That movie is a shit show. What you think you see, what you think you hear, that's what it's about. It's all the theater of the mind. No, it's garbage. It's garbage. Mood and atmosphere. Now that I really like. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see.
Here we are. Sunday fun day. Sunday, May the 21st, 2023, 1:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, folks, we got to get those Billy Buck numbers up, man. We got to get them up. This is it. Everybody, all hands on deck. We got to do it. What's going on? One more time. Great tune, great tune. What's happening? Hope everybody's doing well. You got questions? Send them in. You got nude photos? Send those. No, don't send those. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's Me Billy Chapter 2 campaign sitting at 47,707 Canadian bucks, 459 backers, 41 days left. That's going to change over to 40 days later today. One more time! Sunday, May the 21st. Happy Memorial Day long weekend. Is it a long weekend for you guys? It's a long weekend here. It's Victoria Day long weekend here in Canada. Let's get it going. What's happening? Have you picked up your Blu-ray yet? Have you picked up your Blu-rays? Have you picked up your Blu-ray? Welcome to this Sunday Q&A. I hope everybody is doing well. The link to the Indiegogo campaign for It's Me Billy Chapter 2 is a pinned post in the chat room there, so feel free to click on that. My apologies for being very late today. I was on a call with my brother from another mother, Bruce, of course, producer call, and it was very important, so we were caught up in that. So my apologies, but you know, that it's stuff that's got to be taken care of. Folks, here's where we are. Let's look at this campaign. This is where we are, 47,707 Canadian dollars. I'd love to be at 50,000 by tomorrow morning. That's where I'd love to be, folks. If we can get over that, that would be great. If we can get over it, that would be great. But I want to get as close to it today as we possibly can. 459 backers, 41 days left. That 41 is going to change over to 40 at about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. We got to keep this momentum going. We are in the lull now. You know what I talk about? The lull. We are in the lull, right? The first week or two is everybody's excited, everybody comes out. Then your lull, if you're running a 60-day campaign, which is what we're doing, the lull, and when I talk about lulls, that's when, you know, the novelty wears off, it dies down, people get caught up doing other stuff. And I'm thinking about it. The lulls are week 3, week 4, week 5, sometimes maybe even week 6. But it's sort of like the middle in there, right? And then it picks up again towards the end of the campaign, hopefully week 7 and week 8, because it's a buy now or it's gone sort of thing. So we are in the lull right now, and it's very important because our production budget is 120,000 Canadian dollars. Again, if you are in the US, you will be seeing a number that is lower. So you won't see 47,707. You might see, I don't know what it is, 38,000 to 39,000, whatever you'll see. It'll be lower because you're seeing it in US doll hairs. Doll hairs? Yeah. Anyways. It's an 80s kid joke. You'll see, because you're in US dollars. We are in Canadian dollars, so obviously it is more, 47,707. The budget in US dollars is about 89,000. It is 120,000 Canadian. So again, if you have not picked up your Blu-ray or a t-shirt, anything helps, guys. It really does. And I use these streams to drum up sort of the help because we need it. We need it. We can't do it without you. So if you're watching live, we need you. If you're watching after the fact, we need you. If you're not a Black Christmas fan, we need you. If you're not a Black Christmas fan, but you're a Dave McRae fan, I need you. I do. I need you. We want to make this movie, and we can't make it without you. If we don't raise the production budget, it's not going to happen, right? So yes, Olivia Hussey is on board. She's ready to reprise her role as Jess Bradford, but we have to raise the production budget. You know, if we don't have the money, It can't happen, right? It doesn't matter. So it's very important. These 2 months here are the most important parts of the campaign so far to raise the production budget. We want to, by the end, listen, people have asked me, will you raise $120,000? Maybe, right? We would love to reach our goal because then the campaign goes into demand, right? The campaign goes into demand. And that means even though the campaign is done, we can continue to raise money after the fact. Right? So that's always a goal of a campaigner, so you want to get into demand. But people have asked me, what if you don't? What if you don't reach your goal? Okay, well, fair enough. And with a $120,000 goal, it's possible we might not. We want to get as close to $100,000 as we possibly can, right? We're sitting at almost 50. We're knocking on 50 3.5 weeks. Well, no, almost 4 weeks in. No, almost 3 weeks in. It'll be 3 weeks tomorrow. So we're doing really well. Right? We're doing really well. Almost at 50,000, almost at 40% of our budget, 3 weeks in, that's really good. But it's all about pace, right? It's all about pace. You got to keep that pace there. And so we would like to be at the very least by the end of the campaign, by the end of June, as close to 100,000 as possible. Because then a decision's going to have to be made, right? That decision as producers, that decision is, okay, let's say we're sitting at 94,000. The campaign comes to an end. We didn't reach our goal, but we're at 94,000. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But it is, about 25,000 less, with what we need. And so Bruce and I as producers look at that and we assess and we go over it and we analyze and we say, okay, well, we definitely have enough that this movie's happening, right? If we get $94,000, this movie's happening. The question then becomes, what version of this movie is it? Right? Do we have to go back into the script and cut some things? Do we have to cut a character? Do we have to cut some things, cut some scenes to make this viable? To make this not viable, but this possible? Or do we, and also run another campaign throughout the summer, right? Which is what we'd probably do and try to make up the difference, So, but it's very important. Like if the campaign ended today, we'd be in big trouble. We'd be in big trouble in Little China. Because that's not enough to make the movie we want to make, right? It's enough maybe for the location rental, craft services, maybe paying a couple of the actors, and you're getting pretty low at that point. Do you know what I mean? And some of the crew maybe, but it costs a lot of money, right? Maybe some production insurance in there, but it's not nearly enough, right? So that's where you get to the point where you're like, what do we need to do, right? So it's very important that we get as close to 100,000 Canadian dollars as we possibly can. And we need your help today, folks. We need your help today. So again, you don't have to buy a perk. You can just donate. You just donate to the campaign. $5, $10, $100, whatever you want to donate, whatever you're able to afford, it would be great. I would like to see by the end of the stream, hey, we've gone up, even just one. That's great. Because that's the first donation in over 24 hours. So it's been a very slow last 24 hours, folks, which is understandable, right? We're in the lull, right? This is what I'm talking about. I said this before we even launched the campaign. I said, we got to have a strong start, which we did. You guys came out. You guys fucking came out, man. You came out, you stepped up, you came out, you did it. You did it. We had a strong start. Now we're in the lull, right? And we're seeing the day numbers kind of drop a little bit. So it's very important that we keep this going. The lull is where we really need it, right? Because you know what I mean? Now we can afford a few days here or there where it's all right, which is why you want that strong start, but we want to keep that pace. So whoever did that, I'm going to be giving shout outs today. Thank you so much. We're now at 47,812, folks. We are knocking on 48,000 and 40% of our budget. That's our 460th backer. And who was this? Let's give a shout out. I'm going to be giving shout outs to everybody who donates or picks up a perk today. Live here today, I will be doing it. Oh, hey, Darren from Georgetown, my man. I think it's Darren, or is it a different Darren? Maybe it's a different Darren. I'm not sure. Darren George has picked up a Christmas warmth, picked up a hoodie. That's what I love to see. Folks, these hoodies are great. This is a hoodie from the first campaign. Fruit of the Loom, nice and warm. I've washed this thing I don't know how many times. Hasn't faded. Hasn't faded at all. So really good quality stuff. Awesome. Thank you for picking up that hoodie. Darren George, amazing. I'm going to give it shout outs all day, all stream to whoever donates to the campaign. Let's see if we can get over 48. That'd be amazing. Super chat comes in from Aunt Dota. Am I saying that right? Very generous super chat of $20. Thank you very much. And says, good luck, Dave. 20 for the campaign. I'll also be getting a perk or two. Sending love from Connecticut, Connecticut, I believe that is. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Also, if you want to send in, just so you know, if you want to send in a super chat and support the channel, love it. You can do that. Your question will be guaranteed an answer, of course. You know, try to keep it, of course, civil and appropriate and things like that. Of course, I'm not going to be answering anything that's like racist or something. But, you know, if you want to send in a super chat and support the channel, I encourage that. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. But if you want to support the campaign, go to the campaign. The link is at the top of the chat. Go to the campaign because YouTube takes 30% of every super chat. So if you send in a $10 super chat, I only see $7 of it. Okay. YouTube takes, $3. So that becomes more the higher the super chat is, and it adds up the more the super chats come in. And that's how it's always been, obviously. That's no secret. I shouldn't be telling anything, new. But if you want to send in, if you want to donate to the campaign and make sure that we get all of it, you got to go to the campaign, just so you know for future. But thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate that. Spitz says, I love you, Dave. Spitz, right back at you, man. Right back at you. I want to do well today, folks. I want to be as close to $50,000 on this campaign as we possibly can. It's so important that we keep, we've gone up a little bit more. Somebody got their name in the end credits. I love it. I'm pretty sure that's an end credit one. Let's see who that was. Again, shout outs to anybody who donates to the campaign today. Let's see. I think it was an end credits, right? I think it was $14. No, it's just a donation. A donation from, is it Siren? Kyrian? I'm not sure where the emphasis on that. Kyrian? Saran? Not quite sure. But just a $15 donation. Love it. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm probably not getting your name right. Your last name is Mulgrew. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Love it. Thank you. That's what it is. Hey, maybe little bits. It adds up. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. If you watch me on a regular basis, I can see my regular viewers are now kind of going, oh, here he goes. He's going about the Blu-ray thing. But it's totally true. There are thousands of people that follow me across social media and are subscribed to me here on YouTube, right? And there's lots of people that have bought Blu-rays and lots of people that have picked up the double blue, fair enough. There's 964 people that like the It's Me Billy Black Christmas Facebook page, right? Let's say 100 of those people have already bought Blu-rays. Let's say 800 people. Now, I would assume that if you like the It's Me Billy Black Christmas Facebook page, it's because you liked It's Me Billy, and maybe you want to get your hands on a Chapter 2 Blu-ray, right? Well, let's say all those 800 people all bought a Chapter 2 Blu-ray, right? Those 800 people that bought a Chapter 2 Blu-ray. Do you know how much, like right now, let's just hypothetically say, let's just hypothetically say 800 people all bought a Blu-ray right now. We would literally make $48,000. So all of a sudden, that becomes over $90,000 total. And we're there. Incredible, isn't it? Now, of course, the chances of getting, you can't get how do you get 800 people to do anything, right? But the math is easy. It's very simple. So, and you're going to want to get in on this. Ian David Strain sends in £1.99 and says, hey, Dave, you got this, man. I'm getting the hoodie. Yes, Ian, let's do it, brother. Let's do it. We need your help. Listen, if we were Blumhouse, all we would do is, we have relationships, obviously, with the banks and it's no big deal, right? It's no big deal that, you can have certain movies approved for certain budgets. But when you're crowdfunding and you're an independent filmmaker, we're relying on all of you to step up and help us. And again, I've said it before, I will say it again. It should go without saying, of course, but it's the internet and there's always somebody that's probably going to, Obviously, I am not expecting or talking to those who are having genuinely difficult financial times where, $20 is the difference between your baby having diapers and shitting on the kitchen floor. Obviously, your family, your children, your kids, your wife, your husband, your brother, your mother, your uncle, it comes first. It always comes first. But maybe you can share it. Maybe you can share it on social media, tell somebody about all that kind of stuff. It should go without saying I'm not expecting, people who can't, who literally can't, to not do it. But I'm hoping that I can reach people who can, but maybe haven't yet because they're not Black Christmas fans. And all I ask is that if you're a big fan of the channel and you're a big fan of me, it would mean a lot to me. By the way, my birthday is coming up this Wednesday. My birthday is this coming Wednesday. I'll be 44. I might be doing a stream that day. I'm just saying, if you want to get me a gift, I'm just saying, if you want to get me a gift. Is it working? Buy a Blu-ray. That's one way to do it. But awesome. And I really want to get this up and see if we can get this going. Yes, we've crossed 48,000. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that deserves this. We're going to give a shout out. We've crossed $48,327 and 40%. We've reached 40% of our production budget. 464 backers. Who was it? Let's check it out. Was it a donation? Was it a perk? Was it a couple of perks? Who was it? Let's check it out and give them. Here we go. Oh, yes. Thomas Christie has bought a McRae Live. That was the big one. Thomas Christie bought a McRae Live. Shout out to Thomas Christie. You're coming on this channel to be my guest. Probably sometime early next year. We'll work it out. We can talk Halloween, horror, movies, whatever you want to talk about, man. It's going to be awesome. We got MD McCorder 417. Mike is his name. Mike has bought the double blue. Mike bought the double blue, so you will be getting both It's Me Billy Chapter 1 and 2. And then, of course, Thomas Ungurian bought a copy of the director's script. Thank you, Thomas. Really appreciate that. 3 McCrazies stepped up. We're like, fuck this, man. We're doing it. All your names will be in the end credits. You've stepped up. Amazing shit. And remember, when you go to the campaign, there's obviously the selling item, right? Like the hoodie or, the Blu-ray. But don't forget to click on it because you'll see what else it comes with. Because sometimes you'll get like, oh, it's a hoodie, but I also get my name in the end credits and the digital download package. Or, I'm picking up McRae Live, but I also get, a t-shirt, or I get this and I get the digital download package. I get, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's kind of cool to see what comes with some of the main perks. But amazing stuff. 464 backers, 48,327. Yes! I'm loving it. Michael 99 says, hey, Dave, any update when It's Me Billy-a-thons are going to happen? So Bruce and I are still in the middle of talking about that. Probably in June at some point. We're sort of working out sort of the structure of how we want it to happen. Because obviously, again, if you want to send in a super chat and support the channel, obviously, I mean, that's great. And we would never deter people from doing that because it does help out the channel. But in terms of like, if you want your money to go to the campaign and all of it to go to the campaign and YouTube not to take anything from it, then we want people to go to the campaign. It's always tricky with people because, and I say people in general, I don't mean like you specifically or the people here in the chat, but you know how this kind of works, right? Is that people are more likely to donate the less work they have to do. Right? You know what I mean? So that means where it's like, it's just easier for somebody to send in a super chat and we just take the super chats and put it towards, the campaign, which we could do, but just know that if you send in $3,000 worth of super chats, 30% not going to go to the campaign because it's going to go to YouTube. Right? So, you know what I mean? So it's like if you send in $10,000, not that we make $10,000, but hypothetically you send in $10,000, YouTube's going to get $3,000 of that. And it's just kind of like, that $3,000 we could really use. So that's why we're trying to figure out the structure of it and how to get people to go to the campaign during the Billy-a-thons and things like that. But of course, you can also send in super chats as well. But yeah, so we're just working on that at the moment. I don't know if we'll have more than one. We might just have one, but we're thinking maybe June or something. Hey, Jerp Pin says mood and atmosphere. Yes. Salwane's Knight sends in $5. Says, glad I could get a McRae Live. I look forward to it. That's you, buddy. Amazing. Thinking of Friday the 13th topic, but we'll see. Love it. Want to talk Friday the 13th? Let's do it. I'm down. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. You stepped up in a big way today. And I really appreciate that. Like I said earlier last week, I want to be, at minimum, I want to be at 50,000 tomorrow morning. Again, if we can be over that, that's great. But I would like to be at minimum at 50,000 because then that means hopefully I can get us to 60,000 by the end of the month. And that's halfway through the campaign and 50% of our production budget, right? So that's kind of, now that doesn't mean now if we continue to raise $10,000 a week, we won't raise 120,000, but we'll get to about 100. Right? We'll get close, which is what I've said, which is sort of where we kind of want to be. We want to be in that 90 to 100,000 ballpark by the end of the campaign at the very least. Again, ideally, we want to reach 120,000, want to reach it because it bodes well for us. It gets the campaign into demand and we can continue to raise funds. So it's always a positive, and we'll see. Maybe some people will come forward in the last weeks of the campaign and pick up an executive producer perk and a couple of co-producer perks or something. Who knows, right? Who knows? By the way, for those of you that again, this is a cool perk. Now it's a top tier, it's a higher tier, but you get top tier items. This is our co-producer perk. Now, for those of you, again, you're seeing the price point at Canadian dollars, okay? So $2,500 Canadian. It's about, I think, $1,800 and change US. So it is less for you in the States, but with the co-producer package, you get everything that's in the associate producer package. Plus, you also get assigned, a signed script by the directors. You get a filmmaking consultations. You get a Zoom call with myself and Bruce, and we can talk about, maybe you're writing a script, maybe you want to make a movie, maybe you're getting prepared to launch your own Indiegogo campaign or something like that. You'll get a consultation with myself and Bruce, one-on-one or one-on-two, I guess, or, whatever, talking about how you can make that happen. And of course, you get an online advanced premiere invite, a McCrae Live invite. You get the digital download package. It's Me Billy Chapter 2 t-shirt. You get a signed official poster. You get, you also get, what's in there? You also get a credit on IMDb, of course, and you get It's Me Billy Chapter 1, the retro cover, It's Me Billy Chapter 1, both covers of It's Me Billy Chapter 2, and you get the Halloween Kills flashback mask by Jimmy Falco. He's one of the top independent guys in the independent Michael Myers mask space right now. We've partnered with him, and he will make you a mask that is a replica from the Halloween Kills flashback scene right there. There it is. And that comes with this package. It's a pretty damn good package if you ask me. Now, again, it's not cheap, of course, but, look what you get with it, right? You do become it is the co-producer package. So in the end credits, you will have your name in the special thanks, but you will also be credited as a co-producer as well. So when the producer section pops up onto the screen, right, you'll see, directed by, written by, produced by, and then you'll see your names pop up. Co-producer, right? Co-produced by, and there are your names right there. And then the associate producer actually would go executive producer, co-producers, and then associate producers. So pretty cool stuff. And of course, you'll get that credit on IMDb as well. If you don't already have an IMDb page, we will make one for you. So it's a great package. We're hoping it sells. It's kind of that sweet spot where it's just above associate producer, but well below executive producer. If you have very deep pockets or a rich uncle and you want to become an executive producer, you get a flashback mask as well, because the executive producer comes with everything. So pretty cool stuff indeed. I just wanted to remind people of that. It's a pretty cool perk, if I do say so myself. And I would love to have that mask, because I don't have that mask. So I would love to have it. But hey, I'm willing to partner with Jimmy Falco and make sure that maybe a few of you guys can get it. So amazing stuff. Really appreciate it. Ow! What just happened? Ow! What just happened? Ow! $51,077! Ow! Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? The McCrazies are stepping up. They are stepping up in ways that they've never stepped up before. The McCrazies are sitting at home saying, no, we want real horror. No, we're not gonna take it anymore. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. wish I could play that song. Unbelievable! $51,077. Somebody has stepped up. I can see it there and has become a co-producer on It's Me, Billy, Chapter 2. Unbelievable. This is what I'm talking about. We got to give whoever this was a shout out right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is big. This is our first co-producer onto the situation, and it is, who is it has come? It is Charlie McGrath. Charlie McGrath has become a co-producer. Charlie, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Thank you for stepping up in that way. That's unbelievable. Like, that is unbelievable. We really appreciate it. Unreal. You're amazing. I'm absolutely, hang on a sec here. I'm absolutely floored. I'm just looking at something. I'm absolutely floored that you have done this. You've stepped up in a big way. You've made it happen. You've made it like this means a lot. You know, it's shit like this that I look at, that people are spending their hard-earned money because they're like, no, you know what? I want to be a part of this. I want to be part of it. I believe in you guys. I love you guys. I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it in a big way. I want to be a part of it in a big way. And I'm going to step up in a big way. All of you, like, again, it doesn't matter if you've donated $14, $5, or being a co-producer. It all means something, and it all means the world to us. But to see somebody step up to that level is incredible. And you're going to get that Halloween flashback mask, man. You will. Now, it won't be till next year, because obviously we got to go through all the processes and make one movie, and get that out. But it's exciting because once we start to ship out the perks, that's one that we're going to ship to you, buddy. I've seen, it's pretty well, you can see it. I mean, it's pretty mint. it's pretty good, which is the reason why I partnered with him. Jimmy and I are friends on Facebook, but we've never really kind of like talked. And I reached out to him like, dude, this is what we're doing. He's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, well, how would you like it? He's like, yeah, totally. He's like, in any way I can help. And I was like, I love that flashback mask. He's like, oh, thanks, man. So yeah, unreal, fucking unreal. And shout out to Aaron Click, my man, Aaron Click, who picked up an It's Me, Billy Chapter 2 Blu-ray as well, has stepped up. Aaron, thank you so much for stepping up. Really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. If we can get a bunch of Aaron Clicks buying Blu-rays, we'll have this thing funded in no time. So Aaron, who's a great contributor, a great supporter to the channel here, always lively in the chat. Aaron, thank you so much for coming on board. I really, really appreciate it. And wow, I'm just fucking blown away. Like, this is unreal. Let's fucking keep this going. Let's get, now I'm not saying, I'm not gonna, but I'm just saying, let's keep it going, folks. Unreal. Wow. $51,077, 466 backers. We've jumped from 39% to 42% in 28 minutes. Unreal. Co-producer, Charlie McGrath. Unreal, Charlie. Thank you so much. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. McCrazy stepping up. Unreal. Oh, look at this. 51,442. Unreal. 467 backers. We are less than $9,000 away from half. Less than $9,000 away from being 50% funded in 3 weeks. Unreal. Holy snap and crap. We got to give a shout out. Somebody, I don't know, was this another McCrae Live perk? It might have been. Who's stepping up here? No, it is Moses Hernandez. Moses Hernandez picked up, yeah, you know what? I got to promote this too because there's a lot of spots available in this. Moses Hernandez. Yes, my man, Moses. I love it. Picked up the online advanced premiere. Incredible. Yeah, folks. That is a cool perk, if I do say so myself. The online advanced premiere. Let me just scroll down here a little bit. That is, again, you're going to see it. Oh, by the way, these Autographs, folks. Autographs. There's lots available. Lynn Griffin autograph. One of the most iconic images in all of horror. Lynn Griffin is ready to sign some autographs. There's also that one there too, which is really cool. Her snow globes and her tree ornaments sold out, which is amazing. There it is. There is the online. It's an advanced online screening. So you're seeing 350 Canadian dollars. Again, that's going to be less for you in the US. So you're probably seeing, let me just, what is that for my Canadian or my American brothers and sisters? You will probably see it as, yeah, it's pretty good. You'll probably see it at around $260, something like that. So pretty cool stuff indeed. And with that perk, see if you click on it, it shows you what you get. So you also get a special thanks in the end credits. You get the digital download package. You get an It's Me Billy Chapter 2 t-shirt. You get It's Me Billy Chapter 2 on Blu-ray. And of course, you get the online advanced premiere. So pretty cool stuff. And there's there's still 26 available on that. I'm just saying, that's pretty cool. We did this for It's Me Billy Chapter 1, and it was a blast. It was so much fun because it's exclusive, right? And it was like a week before it came out. You know what I mean? So you're seeing it before anybody else sees it. And we did it with like a private link, and we all watched together, and Victoria was there and everybody, and it was fun. You know what I mean? And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I was there, Bruce, Shelby was there. And then of course, after we were done, there was like a little bit of a Q&A, and you could ask some questions and we could answer questions stuff. It was a blast. It was a lot of fun. So again, that's a price point that might interest some people. You get the Blu-ray with it, so you don't have to pick up a Blu-ray. You get a t-shirt. You get the digital download package, your name in the end credits. It's pretty good. And you get to see the movie before anybody else, but there's only 30 spots available. 26 now. 26 now. So unreal. Very cool. Oh man, I'm just absolutely floored. 51,000. This is so cool. This is great. This is like, this is amazing. I love you guys. Yes, mama crazies. I'm telling you, man, it's fucking shit. Can you tell how bad I want to make this movie? Can you tell how bad I want everything to work out? And how I want to make this movie, and I want everything to work out, and I don't want to have to worry about not being able to afford certain things in the movie, and I want to be able to, we need that, and we got to get that, and it's amazing. Ian David Strain sends in £1.99, says, love from Liverpool, Merseyside. Is that how you say that? Merseyside? Let's hit 60. Yes! Oh! Let's hit 60? Oh! You hear, Ian? Let's fucking hit 60. Let's hit 60 today, fuckers. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! Could you imagine? I mean, I think a couple of bombs would have to be dropped for that to happen, but I'm not against it. I mean, we're only a half hour into this thing. Wow. Unreal. 51,442. Incredible. Brandon Collins, my man, Brandon Collins sends in $5, says, how much for an above the title in association with production company name credit? I don't know. Brandon, I'm not entirely sure because we're not in association with anybody else at the moment. It is just us. So we haven't thought about that. That's something that we would have to discuss offline, and what makes sense in terms of price point, and what makes sense in terms of, as it relates to, perks and all that kind of jazz. So we haven't really discussed that. It's something that Bruce and I would have to discuss, but we're open to discussing it if somebody is serious about it. But it would depend. I mean, that's a branding there. So it wouldn't be cheap. I can tell you that. But we haven't discussed that yet. But thank you for the question. Appreciate that. Trial _ and horror. $5. Thank you, buddy. Says, you're welcome, Dave. It was me that purchased the advanced screening. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. You're going to love it. It's cool. It's cool because you get to, sit in. It's like, oh, I'm watching this before anybody else. You get the juicy tidbits. You get all the anecdotes, and that kind of stuff. And hopefully you like it. We can't guarantee that you're going to like it, but hopefully you'll like it. And yeah. Hopefully you'll like it. Incredible. Just amazing. We're sitting here at, oh yes, we've gone up again. I'm loving it. We've gone up again. I got to reserve my crazy spaz outs for maybe milestones because I'm going to lose my voice. But let's go over here. 51,502. 51,502. Who is this? Like I said, folks, I'm giving shout outs to anybody who donates. I don't care if you donate $5 or you become a co-producer. I'm giving shout outs. Who do we got here? We got Noah Smith picks up It's Me Billy Chapter 2 on Blu-ray. Thank you, Noah. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And Alistair Lochin. Is that how you say that? Alistair Lochin? I think I'm saying that correctly. Just got his name in the end credits. Amazing. Thank you very much, man. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you. So shout out to both Noah and Alistair. Alistair? I think I'm saying it correctly. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. 51,502. It's incredible. It's incredible what's happening now. Just unreal. Let me just, hang on. I just want to respond here. Okay. I think that'll go through. Amazing. You guys are amazing. We're $500 away from 52. That's incredible. It's incredible. Incredible. I mean, yeah, it's amazing. What you guys are doing is amazing. Darren from Georgetown says, just sent over another $100, but it timed out. Did it come over? Oh, good question, Darren. Let me see here. So we've gone up to 516. I think that might be another name in the end credits. Give a shout out here to, no, excuse me. I see. It's been, we were at, hang on, where were we before? We were at, I think it's gone down a little bit, right? Has it gone down? I think it's gone down. So maybe it went down because it was denied or something. Maybe it was something like that. It's gone down because it was denied. I'm not really sure. I don't see it here. You might have to try again. Let me just see here. Oliver Mercer just bought a t-shirt, a medium t-shirt. Amazing. Thank you, Oliver. Love you, buddy. Thank you. Really appreciate that. But I don't see a $100 donation. So it probably, and I don't see anything here where it says anything's on hold. Ordinarily, I can see if something's like in queue, like it's like, the transaction hasn't gone through yet because the bank's deciding whether it wants it to go through. Usually it says. There's nothing here. So it must have timed out on your end. Make sure, though, that you're not double charged for it. But I don't see anything here. There's nothing here. I see Oliver, Alistair, Noah, Moses, Aaron, Charlie, co-producer, incredible. I'm not seeing... Oh, wait, Darren. Wait. Yes. Wait, Darren. Yes. I think I mentioned you earlier. I do see it here. The $100 is here. Donation, yes. Yes, it is here, Darren. It is here. It did go through. It must have gone through. I'm not sure why it looks like I've dropped a little bit. I'm not quite sure. I don't see any refunds. But yeah, incredible stuff. So it is here, Darren. My apologies. It is here. The Violator, 862, sends in $4.99. Thank you, buddy. Says, congrats on 50K, Dave. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. We got to keep it going, but it's great to be where we are. Like almost 3 weeks in, it's great to be where we are. Like Bruce and I, we want to make this movie so badly. We have, and I'm not trying to, it's just, we have, there's so much, as is the case with a lot of movies, even Hollywood films, right? Obviously, this is not a Hollywood film, but it is we are delivering a professional product through and through, as I keep saying. I mean, it's a professionally shot film. And Bruce and I are producers, we're writers, we're the directors, we are the campaigners, we're the sellers, we are the studio, we're a jack of all trades. And it's a lot of exhausting work. And we are exhausted. There's been a lot of work we've done to get it to this point in terms of, having Olivia on board, all this, just it's a lot of work. And we want so badly to make this movie, like even more than the last one. We so badly want to make this movie and show you this because it's really special. I think what we're about to do, so it's really exciting and to see you guys step up like this and help this become a reality means so much to us. It does. I wish there were words we could say that feels like enough. But I don't think there is, in a lot of regards. I think you could say thank you and you're amazing, and that's all true. But we know the responsibility we have, and we know that how we can truly say thank you is delivering on the product like we did the first time around. Again, we can't guarantee you'll like the movie. I mean, no artist can do that. But we can guarantee we're going to work our asses off and deliver a product that is professional and Black Christmas and special. You know what I mean? And to see you guys step up like this is truly incredible. So thank you again. It means a lot. Nerd Dark sends, Near Dark, not Nerd Dark. Near Dark sends in $5, says, would this be the first time Olivia and Lynn have spoken since first acting together? I don't think it's the first time they've spoken since 74, but it would be the first time, it might be the first time they've seen each other since then. It might be. It might be the first time since they've seen each other since then. That is, I'd have to ask Lynn. I'm not entirely sure. I know she's very excited about seeing her again, as we all are. David T sends in €5 and says, my partner and I are purchasing the Blu-ray. Is there any way to get the snow globe? Hugs from France. So I would, the snow globes are sold out, but you could always reach out. What Lynn does do is she does make them at Christmas time. So we haven't put any more on the campaign yet because again, we have nothing's arbitrary, right? And there are strategic sort of plans and limitations and quantities of certain things that we have. And there's reasons for that, right? And so that's not to say that maybe in June, we might bring back a few select snow globes because it's a lower tier. They sell out really well. And we might do that, but I can't guarantee that. But if you're desperate for a snow globe, I know it doesn't help the campaign out, but if you want one, you can certainly get one from Lynn in the fall when she starts to make them. But it's possible we might put like a small run back up because they do sell out like hotcakes. But we just have to, again, there's a strategic plan that we have and when we release stuff and how we do stuff and things like that. So it's possible, but the Blu-ray, yeah, pick up the Blu-ray, man. It's definitely going to help. It's definitely going to help for sure. It will definitely help for sure. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, $52,090, 43%, 472 backers. Look where we are. What is going on? What is happening? You are stepping up. You are stepping up. Woo! Who was this? Who are the people that have stepped up? The McCrazies are out in full force today. It is incredible. Here we go. Jonathan Leggett, is that how you say that? Brings in a end credits thank you. Brandon Collins picks up a McCray Live Perk. Amazing, Brandon. Thank you so much. I think that might be it. Are they all sold out now? There might be maybe one left. I'm not entirely sure. Amazing, Brandon. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate you stepping up in that regard. It'll be fun to have you on the show and talk some shop and talk whatever you want to talk about, right? Horror movies, movie making, film, whatever you want to talk about. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. So Brandon, thank you so much for stepping up in that regard. Really appreciate that. And thank you to Jonathan Leggett, who picked up just the name in the end credits. Got your name in the end credits. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That means a lot. It means a lot. Every little bit helps, folks. Every little bit helps. Unreal. 52,090. We're at 52,000. Incredible. We are less than $8,000 away from half funded. Unreal. Aaron Click says, can we get to 45% by the end of the stream? Yes, can we? We're at 43% right now. Is it possible to get to 45% by the end of the stream? Is it even remotely fathomable that we could get to 60? I mean, 60,000, not 60%. That would be ridiculous. Is it possible? 50%? 50? Is it even possible? Is it possible, ladies and gentlemen? Is it possible? I don't know. But like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool big perks. There's that big, that's a feature. Oh, let me go back here. That's a featured perk that got picked up. There's only 3 of these remaining. Co-producer. You could be a co-producer on It's Me, Billy Chapter 2 and get the Jimmy Falco Halloween Kills flashback mask. Excuse me, not mask. So you'll get one. But incredible that we've already got 1 co-producer on the project. Unreal, unbelievable. But you don't have to pick that. I mean, that's the one that comes with the Halloween Kills flashback mask. But there is also the popular associate producer perk. And the associate producer perk is, where are we here? Is right. Oh yeah, there's 1 McRae live left. So see 4 out of 5 there. See that right there? 1 McRae live left. Hang on a sec here. There's the associate producer perk right there. There's 15 of those available. Well, actually, there's only 9 available now because 6 people have picked it up. Again, you're seeing $1,500 Canadian. It's about, I think maybe it's $1,100 for you in the States. But with the associate producer perk, it's a pretty good perk. You get the special thanks, of course, end credits. You get the digital download. You get an It's Me Billy Chapter 2 t-shirt. You get a signed official poster. You get McRae Live invite. You get It's Me Billy Chapter 2 Blu-ray. You get invited to the online world premiere or advanced screening at the very least. You get that. I mean, it's the world premiere, but we're calling it the advanced online screening. So it's the same thing. And you get an associate producer credit in the movie and on IMDb. So if you're not really crazy about the stuff that comes with the co-producer perk, or maybe you already have a Halloween flashback mask or something, but you want to help out in a big way, but maybe the executive producer perk is just a little out of reach, the associate producer perk is a great way to help because they can add up too. And you get your name as an associate producer. But yeah, co-producer is a hot ticket item. That's why it's featured right now and it's at the top, because we're featuring the Jimmy Falco Halloween Kills mask. Incredible. Let's see. Have I got all the super chats? I think I have. Wait, hang on. David T sends in €5 and says, my partner and I are purchasing the Blu-ray. Oh, I already got that. I already got that. I think I've got all the super chats. I think it's true. Mendel Goodman says, how much do you need to raise to start production? Well, great question. So as I've said many times, like it should be most cases, the budget number is not arbitrary, right? So it's not like, well, we think we need this. No, we've broken it down: cast, crew, production insurance, union fees, because obviously this is a union production with SAG-AFTRA and ACTRA here in Canada. And of course, production insurance and flights and accommodations and craft services and locations and, it's the real deal, right? Just like the first part. So 120,000 is what we need to make it. The number we would feel comfortable in saying, okay, we didn't reach our budget, like our full budget, but this movie's getting made one way or another, would probably be in the high 80s, 90, 95,000, like as close to $100,000 as possible. Because then that means, as I've been saying, okay, we didn't quite reach 120,000. We would love to, because like I said, if we reach our goal, the campaign goes into demand. So although the campaign's over, we can continue to raise money after the fact because it's hot. So it's in demand, right? But if we don't reach it, then what we'd end up doing is we would probably run another campaign at a lower price point, like a lower total. Like, I mean, like really low, like maybe like $1,000, even though we need like 20,000. Run it at like 1,000 so we can get into demand more quickly. And then we can continue to raise money throughout the summer and the fall is what we'd probably do. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, why didn't you just do that off the bat? Like, why didn't you just ask for $1,000 right out of the gate? Well, I think it's very important that we ask for, we are upfront with what we need immediately. This is what we need. 120,000 Canadian, about 89,000 US. Because some people may look at that and go, they've raised $1,000 and they're still campaigning for money. Do they really need that? You know what I'm saying? We want to be honest and upfront right away. Here's our production budget. This is what we need. This is what we need to make the movie. It's what we need to make all the perks and the shipping as well, right? Because that's everything, right? It's the production budget, right? So it's to make the movie. It's to get the perks made. It's to get the Blu-rays made. It's to ship and all that kind of stuff, right? You know, again, a ballpark, right? You know, within, you know, that's what we need. So we feel that it's always good to be upfront and honest right away. And then if we need to run another campaign, we can run it at a lower price point because people know what we're doing then. Oh, I understand. You know what? They need to make up an extra 15 grand, but their new campaign only says 1,000, but I understand what they're doing. They just want to kind of get it into demand fast so they can continue. I get it. You know what I mean? It's easier to let people know kind of what's going on then. But yeah, for us to say, I think this movie's going to happen. Yep, it's going to happen. We want to be as close to 100,000 Canadian as possible. That's the goal. That's the goal. We got to get there. This movie ain't cheap. I mean, it's in the world of making movies, it's a nothing burger. You know what I mean? But it's in terms of short films, professional short films, it's not cheap. And there's obviously reasons for that, right? So, but we want to do it. We want to deliver something really special. It's Black Christmas history here, folks. It really is. It's horror history in a lot of ways. So anything you can donate to the campaign would be greatly appreciated. Like I've said many times, we had a big bomb that was dropped today, a co-producer Perk. Amazing. Again, thank you so much. Love it. But you don't have to do that, right? Campaigns are not necessarily won by people dropping bombs. It's just a lot of people coming out and buying Blu-rays. Like, look at the math I did earlier in the stream, right? If everybody who liked the It's Me Billy Facebook page all bought a Blu-ray, it would be an extra 50 grand on top of this. Do you know what I mean? So the math's really easy. It's just convincing people to come out and do it. And I know I'm repeating myself from past streams, but it's important because there's new people that are watching all the time, right? So it's important to just remember that, oh yeah, you know what? If we all just band together and all buy a Blu-ray, this thing could be done. It's crazy. It's like, no, it's true. It's true. It absolutely is true. Incredible. Okay, so I think I've got all the super chats. Let me just refresh here, see where we're at. Love it. Love it. Love it. I think we've gone up again, if I'm not mistaken. I think we've gone up again. We have. Yes, we have. It's incredible. Incredible what's happening here today. Jesus, I was not expecting this. This is absolutely, I'm absolutely floored. 52,350. 474 backers, 43%. Let's see who... I'm giving shout outs to everybody who donates to the campaign. I'm giving you shout outs. I will always do my best to give you shout outs. Who do we got here? We got, Brandon Collins, yes, got the McRae Live Perk. Matthew, is it Weisensell? Is it Weisensell? I think I'm saying it right. Matthew just donated $200. Incredible. Thank you, Matthew. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Just donated $200. And again, if you're somebody that has picked up a perk, you've got the Blu-ray, you've got the hoodie, you got the shirt, whatever, right? And you just want to donate, you can. Because I've said many times, I'll say it again, sometimes, because people have asked me about this in the past, right? They have some money they want to put towards the campaign, but they don't want to buy another Blu-ray. They don't want like 10 Blu-rays on their shelves. I totally get it. But they want to give the money to the campaign. So how do I do that without buying a perk? You can donate, right? You can donate to the campaign. So if you're on your phone, which most of you probably are, where you see the perks, scroll to the end, the very end of all the perks, and you'll see a spot that says like donate here. Maybe I can show you on my phone here. So let me just bring this up. So I don't know how well this is going to show, but you can scroll, you scroll to the very end of the perks, right? So the very end of the perks, and you'll see, hang on, scroll. You'll see that little thing right there. See? Oh, that one. That right there. And that says, make a contribution. Contributions are not associated with perks. So you just do that. You can donate $5. You can donate $10. You can donate $200, as in the case of Matthew. You can donate, I don't know if there's a limit. I doubt there is. That would be kind of silly for Indiegogo to do that. So, but you can do that. You know what I mean? And that just, then you don't have to worry about, oh God, I have all these Blu-rays that are coming. You know what I mean? So again, thank you, Matthew. Really appreciate that. And of course, thank you to Jim Dorsey, my man, Jim Dorsey. Bought a t-shirt. Thank you, Jim. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Incredible stuff. Thank you so much. 52,340, 43%. Is it possible we could even get no, I'm not even gonna, that's still a long way away. I don't want to get my hopes up here. Too crazy. A couple super chats came in. Let's get these. Jerp Pin sends in $4.99, says, will you be appearing on any other channels to help promote your film? Yes. So, very soon, Bruce and I will be on the Slaughtered Lamb, the TSL movie podcast channel with Frank and Darren. We're going to do that. And Cody Leach and I are in the middle of discussing sort of a possibility of going on his channel, because he's got such a great reach. He's done such a great job with his channel. He's like got 110,000 subscribers or something. He's amazing. And Cody and I will talk every now and then and shoot the shit. And he's he's a really nice guy. Really nice guy. I like Cody a lot. So he's willing to have us on. But of course he's very busy, as you guys know. He's one of the top horror reviewers in our space, and he's very busy. So he's got, a schedule. He's got a schedule, So hopefully maybe sometime in June when we can sort of work out our schedule. So that'll be fun to go on. So we kind of have that in the wings as a possibility. It's not set in stone yet, but if we can all make it work, we'd like to make it work. He'd like to help us out, which means a lot, because he's a big Black Christmas fan. Cody loves Black Christmas and really liked what we did with Chapter 1. And he's a supporter as well, because I saw him a few days ago pick up a Chapter 2 Blu-ray. So pretty cool stuff indeed. And then Arthur Vega just sends in a $10 super sticker. $10 super sticker. Thank you, Arthur. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Amazing. Thank you. Let me scroll back here. I haven't missed any super chats. I don't think I have. We're still 474, 52, 350. Incredible. Really incredible, guys. Sincerely, we started the day today. We started, honest to goodness, basically an hour ago, because it says it's at 59 minutes here. So an hour ago, we were at 47,707. We've almost raised $5,000 today. And we're only an hour into the stream. Let's keep this going. Like I said, Blu-rays, $5 donations, whatever it is, man, whatever it is. It's during the lull. You know what I mean? We want to kind of, but just incredible. We're in a good spot with 41 days left. That will change over to 40 days in a couple of hours, but we're in a good spot. You know what I mean? I would be a little worried if we were at this spot, but this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dave, will my name in the end credits appear? However, I filled out the guest checkout on the campaign. I don't want the name part of my email on screen. It's full of numbers, obviously. No, it'll just, so how you filled it out. Let me just see here, Aaron. Yeah. So, I will do my best. Remember for me, remind me, because I'm going to forget between now and then. But yes, I can make sure that it's in there as Aaron Click for sure. It is something I want to remind people though. It's a good thing you brought it up. Be mindful that your name will appear in the end credits. So now if I see something that is obviously vulgar, cryptic, political, things like that, I don't want that in there. So I will take the name that you, so if you signed up with like, Biden sucks, but your name is Bob Johnson, I'm going to put Bob Johnson in there. I'm not going to put Biden sucks in there. Okay. It's not what this is for. That's not what this is about. That's wildly inappropriate. But yes, but to your point, Aaron, you are right that the name you sign up with is what comes up as the list and what we draw from to put your name in the end credits. So most people that sign up do sign up with the real names. They do. Every now and then you'll see like Bob67_4, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we put in there. And if you look at the end credits of chapter 1, you'll see sometimes that, you know what I mean? Because it's too much for us to weed through and try to, you know what I'm saying? Now, if we get somebody who realizes they've done that and they request that, we can accommodate that. But we're not going to do it unless it's requested. But there's no point in requesting it now because we're still in the middle of, you know what I mean? Remind me again next year. Like, when the movie's in post-production, remind me. And then I can take care of it. And anybody else who signed up with, Billy Bob _fartfest, and doesn't want that in there, they want their actual name in there. Remind me when the movie's done and shot and in post-production, and we can take care of it then. Not a big deal. But for future reference, for anybody who's thinking about donating, remember, your name's going to be in the end credits, which is pretty fucking cool if you ask me. So, you kind of want yourself represented, right? You don't want Billy Bob _fartfest. You want, Bob Johnson or, whatever, right? It's cool. There I am. You know what I mean? So yes, thank you for bringing that up, Aaron. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I missed any super chats. I don't believe so. It's been incredible. I'm still like pinching myself. I'm like, what the hell just happened here? This is incredible. Where are you guys? There you guys are. There I am. Okay. Cool stuff. Oh, we're continuing to go up. I love it. This is great. We're at 52,440, 477 backers. Unreal. Again, anybody who donates to the campaign during any of these live streams, I don't think I did on the first 1 or 2 live streams I did, so my apologies, because for some reason I wasn't thinking, but when we do these, I will always give shout outs. So we've got, we've got Robert Nickerson sends in, he picked up It's Me Billy Chapter 2 Blu-ray. Amazing. Thank you, Robert. Really appreciate that. Jonathan Leggett just sent in a $10 donation, and so did Karen O'Reilly. Thank you, Karen. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Amazing. Oh, excuse me. Karen sent in a $20 donation. Jonathan was 10. Amazing. The two of you together, that's $30. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, Robert, for picking up the Chapter 2 Blu-ray. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot, guys. It really does. It means a lot. Okay. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything there. 52,440. Incredible. We're doing special things. Awoken Nightmare says, let's go. Almost 53,000. Yes, let's go. Let's see if we can get this baby to 53,000. Oh my God. What a Sunday. Amazing. Sebastian says he went to Florida and Orange. Okay, you guys are talking about something else. Not really sure about that. Stuart J says, Dave, I don't know if my payment went through. Has it come up? I've donated. Stuart. Okay, let me see here, Stuart. Let me see. You've donated. Let me just refresh. Stuart. We've gone up again. Nicholas. Yes, Nicholas Jean. Yes, my man. Picked up the It's Me Billy chapter. Picked up the double blue. Thank you very much for that. Stuart donation. Stuart. I'm not seeing anything here, Stuart, in terms of a donation from you. Matthew, Jonathan, Karen. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from you. Did you just do it? Or how is that? Not entirely sure. Yeah, interesting. Yes, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I need to, maybe it'll come through. Maybe it'll come through. Not entirely sure. But I'm not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing it yet. We'll see. We'll see where we land. Next Gen Studio says, check your bank, check to see if it's gone through. I don't see any like in queues or pauses or anything. Awoken Nightmare says, oh yeah, Next Gen Studio says, hope you can get to 70,000 next weekend. That'd be amazing. And it's entirely possible to be at 70 grand by the end of the first month. Listen, we are literally 7% away from half funded. And not even 3 weeks in. This is really good, guys. This is really good. Really good. And like I said, if we can exceed 120,000, that's good. You know, there's always, that money can always go to stuff, printing more Blu-rays and contingency and adding in a scene that maybe we wanted to add in but couldn't, and so we actually now maybe we raise 130,000 instead of 120,000, and now we can actually have an extra shooting day. You know what I mean? Because it costs money, right? I mean, we're not shooting at our homes; we're shooting at a rented location, which is thousands of dollars. And so now maybe we can, now we can add an extra shooting day. We can pay the cast an extra day, the crew an extra day, and have that extra day that we desperately need or something. You know what I mean? It always helps. Having more always helps, and it will always go right back into the production. Whether, again, that's printing more Blu-rays or an extra shooting day or that extra scene that we had to axe that now we can bring back in or whatever, right? An extra character that we didn't, that we couldn't afford, but now we can afford. You know what I mean? Things like that. Ian David Strain, £1.99 says, can you tell my daughter Chloe to watch Black Christmas? Chloe? You got to watch Black Christmas. Now, I don't know how old you are, but you've got to watch Black Christmas. It's underappreciated. It's one of the great Canadian horror movies. And I think you'll like it. I mean, I don't know if you'll like it because I don't know your tastes, but your dad is trying to get you to watch Black Christmas. So Chloe, it's time to watch Black Christmas with your dad. Get some munchies. Get some so you can guilt trip your dad now. All right, Dad, I'll watch it, but I want my favorite piece of cake. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. I'm going to be in trouble now with Ian. You got to watch it, Chloe. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. Sebastian says, Dave, you're most definitely reaching your goal. I hope so. I hope so. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so we've gone down. So maybe, I think, let me just check here. There might have been a refund because I think we went from 40, or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hang on a sec. There might have been something. Let me just double check the situation here and what's going on. No, there were no, I don't see any refunds. Oh, wait. Yes, so there was a refund. I saw it, but it's entirely possible that this individual has refunded because maybe they want to get a bigger perk or something. I'm not entirely sure. But there was a refund. So if you saw the total go down, there was a refund. All I will say is that, again, I mean, it's entirely possible that this individual is like, oh no, I just refunded because I wanted to get something more, which has happened a couple times. I will say this. It's very important. If you cannot afford, and I'm not saying that this individual is refunding because of that. I'm just speaking generally here. If you can't afford a perk, like, you really want to help and your heart's in the right place, right? Your heart's in the right place, but you really can't afford it because, all of a sudden something pops up and, hey, listen, I get it. And you have to turn to the campaign to get that money. It's probably best you don't support financially in that way if that's where you are financially. And I only say that because it hurts the campaign, right? And it hurts you. It hurts you, right? Because you know what I'm saying? So leave it to those who can and who, will, and it's okay. It's okay. You can share in other ways. You can share it. You can talk about it, share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, something like that, right? I'm not saying that this individual has done that because of that. I'm just saying that always keep that in mind. If you're somebody's like, I want to buy that Blu-ray. I really want to help Dave out, but I can't really, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Because you might find yourself in another week going, oh God, I need that $40 and I don't know where else to get it but the campaign, right? And so just always remember that. Life happens, shit happens. We understand that 100%, but just always keep that in mind. It's so important that the money that comes in, we want to keep that there, right? We want to keep that there because we need it to make the movie. So, but who knows? Like I said, maybe this individual is going to just refund and get a higher tier because that has happened. Which is totally cool. I get it. Totally get it. But just keep that in the back of your head. But really cool indeed. Really cool indeed. So I don't see that donation. I'm not seeing that donation. So I'm not quite sure what happened to that. Okay, we've gone back up again. Great. 479. We've gone back up again. Now we're at 52,565. Amazing. Who was this? Give this shout out. This is a Kieran Pritchard. Yes. Just donated $20. Amazing. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And Joseph Formato. Hey, Joseph Formato. I know that name. I haven't seen that name in a while. Picked up the end credits perk. Amazing. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps, right? We're climbing. The McCrazies are out in full force. I love it. Oliver Mercer said, did my t-shirt purchase go through, Dave? It did, Oliver. Yes, it did. I saw it. I gave you a shout out earlier in the stream. It did go through. Indeed, it did. I don't believe I've missed any super chats. The last one was the super sticker, I believe. I think that's how it is. I think, anyway. Just do that. Incredible. Scrolling. Let me scroll here. Just looking for some questions. If anybody's got any questions. Power Packers 90 says, I have a friend who said he'll donate because he loves the OG film. Amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Because maybe he didn't even know about this. Did he know about Billy? Did he know about 2? And did he know? Maybe not. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Oh, he only recently saw It's Me, Billy Chapter 1? Amazing. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Great stuff. Let me see here. Chester Franklin Jr. says, Dave, how about 60K? Will you get 60K by the end of the month or by June? Congrats on 50K. Looking forward to it. Well, that's the goal, right? The goal is to be at 60,000 by next Monday. Not tomorrow, but by the following Monday. And with the incredible progress we've made here today, we're at 52,565. 43% of our production budget. I think we should be able to hit 60,000 by next week. Listen, I'm always talking in minimums, right? Because I'm thinking about what we would like to see. What is our minimum that we need to have in order to be able to say this movie is happening if we don't reach our goal, right? So I wanted to be at 50,000 minimum by tomorrow, and we're beyond that. I want to be at 60,000 minimum by the following Monday, May the 28th, and maybe we will be. It looks like we probably will be. But if we can be over that, that's fantastic. That's great stuff. Yeah, for sure. Super chat from Josen Aaron says, sends in $5. Thank you. Says, I'm Joseph Formato, Dave. We'll contribute more next weekend. Let's go, Billy. Oh, well, did you change your name? Because didn't you used to have, I thought like Joseph Formato was the name that you went with when you were in the chat. I I thought so anyway. Anyways, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your contribution. Really appreciate that. And your future contribution as well. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Really cool. Yeah, man. Wow. It's just like, we're on fire. We're on fire. Oh, it's gone up again. Love it. Love it. Going up in little increments. This is great. 481. 481. What do we got? Again, I'm giving shout out to anybody who supports, big or small. Doesn't matter. We've got, let me see here. Yes. Anthony Dada bought a hoodie. Thank you very much, Anthony. Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. I think I wonder why that's, might be because of Indiegogo adjusts as you get higher and higher. Indiegogo will adjust a little bit because of the percentage that Indiegogo takes. That might be why that didn't jump as high as I thought it should have. But it has gone through. It's fully there. It might be something like that. I'm not sure. Or it might show in just a second here, actually. Maybe it'll show in just a second. I'm not sure. There it is. There it is. Now it's gone up to where I thought it should be. Yeah, 684. There you go. Yeah, see? I was like, oh, maybe it just hasn't quite hit yet. There it is. 52,684. Incredible! 481 backers. Anthony Dada has bought a t-shirt. Excuse me, a hoodie. No. Yeah. Yeah, hoodie is the Christmas warmth, right? Because, yeah, it's a hoodie. Incredible stuff. You're going to love it. It's really good quality, too. Fruit of the Loom. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Let me see. Evil Alex says, did you see that Blade Runner 2049 yet? I haven't. I know. I still haven't seen Blade Runner 2049. I've got to watch it. I know, it's Harrison Ford. Like, you think I'd be on that like a fucking... Well, I was going to say something that you can't really say anymore. But you think I would have been on that really quickly. I've got to see that. I've got to see that. It's a great legacy sequel that keeps the feel of the OG, and Harrison is great in it. That's what I've heard. I was nominated was reminded of it because of Indy 5 reviews and the missing old feel video. Oh yeah. The rant video that I did the other day. I did a rant video the other day about the Indiana Jones negative reviews. It's on my channel. It's the last thing I uploaded just a couple of days ago. Check that out if you haven't. And it's directed by Denis Villeneuve, who is a Canadian, not the Indiana Jones movie, the Blade Runner 2049. So I do want to see it. I just haven't watched it. I don't know why. I've watched probably at least 98% of every Harrison Ford movie. Like, or all the Harrison Ford movies that exist, I've watched 98% of them. There's like maybe one or two that I haven't, or a few more. Like I don't think I've seen the Frisco Kid from this. I got to see the Frisco Kid. And of course, Blade Runner 2049. And there's a couple others, like older ones. But I've seen like pretty much everyone. He's my favorite actor. Incredible. Darren from Georgetown says, Dave, do you guys still have more perks that will roll out in the coming weeks? Yeah, so we have a couple. There's a few more that will pop out. There's one that I'll be dropping tomorrow, which is kind of fun. So look out for that. I'll be dropping it tomorrow morning. It's fun. And it's very Black Christmas. You'll know why when you see it. So that'll be fun. And there's a few other ideas that, that we have that were, that may drop. Again, there's certain, there might be a few other little things. We're not sure yet, but possibly. Incredible work today, guys. Just unreal. Oh yes, it's continuing to climb. I think we're going to hit 53. Holy shit. 483 backers, 52,744. Let's see who these are. Let's see who these are. Shout outs to anybody who donates here today. We've got David Thuin. Is that how you say your last name? Thuin, Thuin. David Thuin donated $90. Thank you, David. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And Evan, is it Siren? Kyron? Cryan, I think. Evan Cryan. Cryan? I think it's Cryan, I think. Evan, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. He bought a hoodie as well. Amazing. Thank you to David and Evan. Really appreciate that, which is hilarious because one of my best friends' name is Evan, and I'm David, and David and Evan. There you go. It's David and Evan. It's a sign. Really awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Incredible. Oh, we're just continuing to go up. I just did it in one shot here and we've gone up again. Who do we've got? Oh, unless it was the delay. We're at 484 backers now. No, we've got an end credits thank you from Ryan Buckley. Ryan, thank you so much. Ryan Buckley sends in an end credits thank you. We're at $52,879. We are less than $200 away from $53,000. 44%. We've hit 44% of our production budget. Unbelievable. You guys are coming out like it's nobody's business. This is truly incredible. We are, yeah, like it's incredible. Unreal. Incredible. It's just, wow. I'm just like, I'm on the verge of almost speechless of how successful this today has been. This might be the most successful day we've had since day one, since the launch of the campaign. It truly is remarkable. Yes. Chuck M0503. Yes. The Indiegogo tip thing is sneaky if you don't catch it. Yes. So this is out of my hands. This is not me. This is Indiegogo doing this. If you don't want to tip Indiegogo, and I can understand why you don't want to, when you go to buy a perk and you go to check out, right, where you see, the total and all that, there's a little spot that Indiegogo automatically adds an Indiegogo tip. They just started doing that. They didn't do that when we ran the campaign 3 years ago. So I imagine that obviously it's been implemented between then and now. Their reasons are, I'm not saying it's not true, but their reasons are they do that because it helps them keep their platform fees low. Because remember, Indiegogo also takes a percentage of this, right? So there is an Indiegogo fee that I think is like 5% or something like that. And so there is a fee. So we have to keep that in mind as well. And in order to keep that fee low, they have implemented this extra thing. So be mindful of that. If you don't want to tip Indiegogo, just you can, and you don't have to. It's completely optional. But they automatically add it, like how sometimes restaurants will automatically add the tip already to the bill, which I hate. I mean, I get it, I understand it, but it should be up to me on whether or not I want to. I guess I'm old school because tipping used to be something that you do because you had great service, right? So it was optional. I got great service. The waiter or waitress or the restaurant went above and beyond. They were just polite and friendly and just had a really great time. I would tip them, right? I understand it's an old school way of thinking, but to just automatically, add the tip, I'm kind of like, well, no, I should decide whether or not you deserve a tip. You know what I'm saying? So I often feel I know it's old school thinking and it's probably, it's probably outdated thinking, but you got to be careful. So with Indiegogo, just be mindful of that. It's nothing huge. I think they add an extra $7 or $5 or something like that. Maybe depending on how big the perk is, I'm not sure. But look out for that and get it out of there if you don't want it there. Because that doesn't go to me. Just so you know. It does not go to me. Matthew Latendre, is that how you say that? Sends in $5, says, why do you think there are no more voiceovers on movie trailers anymore? I will also be donating this week when I get paid. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that. I think, just marketing changes. When I was coming up in voiceover in the early 2000s, I was very fortunate that I had a chance to do some movie trailers. The very first movie trailer I ever did was for The Descent, for the horror movie The Descent. I think it's on YouTube. If you just YouTube Dave McRae The Descent, I think it'll pop up. I'd posted there a couple years ago. So I did The Descent. In and around that time, I did a couple of spots for The Crazies. And of course, I did one for It Chapter 1 back in 2017. That wasn't a movie trailer, though. That was a TV spot, a 30-second TV spot. The Descent one was an actual movie trailer. But I started to come up at a time where they were starting to phase the in a world movie trailer in the movie theater stuff out. So I was very fortunate that I had a chance to do a couple of them, like movie trailer kind of style. They still have movie trailer voices on 30-second TV promos. They still have that kind of stuff. But it's just a shift in marketing, a shift in, they found that they can deliver through music, through titles on screen, just a different style of editing and cutting. And I think too, what ended up happening, especially in the early 2000s, is that the movie trailer voice started to be mocked, not in a nefarious way. I think it was all out of love, but you were seeing a lot of comedians and, people imitating it and making fun of it and, Saturday Night Live. And it started to gain sort of a cheesy quality to it that where, people, whereas it was just a voice that was cool, now started to be kind of silly in a world, it just started to be kind of silly and it would stand out to them more. And I think maybe more trailer houses, production companies, studios started to veer away from that because they didn't want their film or their trailer to be seen as cheesy. Even though it wasn't cheesy, it was the perception, it was optics, right? Again, I'm not saying this is a hard science and that's exactly why. There's definitely trends and ebbs and flows in marketing. I've experienced it for 20 years in voiceover. I mean, my voice, my kind of voice could be hot and in demand for 2 years. And then all of a sudden my voice is no longer hot and in demand. It's somebody else's style. You know what I mean? So there's lots of those things when it comes to marketing and stuff. So, but just shooting from the hip off the top of my head, what I know about the voiceover industry and the ebbs and flows of it, those are some of the reasons that I think they've started to veer away from it. But in a 30-second spot, you only have 30 seconds to deliver a message in a story. And sometimes those voices are better suited for 30 seconds because you need to deliver all this information in 30 seconds. And sometimes that's more difficult to do with just text on a screen or dialogue in 30 seconds. So sometimes the voiceover can help in that regard and actually help, relay the information in a very confined amount of time. Whereas in a movie trailer, you have 2.5 minutes or, a minute and a half where you can build through exposition and text and music and feeling and all that. You don't really need the voice anymore. So anyways, that's just off the top of my head. There's other reasons, I'm sure, but I think those are at least two reasons that probably played a factor. Yeah, for sure. Vendes Cinema says Avatar 2 had a voiceover for the trailer. But it wasn't. See, now, are we talking like movie trailer or are we talking TV spot? Because a TV spot, a promo is 30 seconds. It's something you see on TV, on the internet. A movie trailer is like a minute and a half long. And back in the day, years ago, decades ago, movie trailers used to have the voice. That's what I'm talking about. And you don't see that anymore. And if it was a voice, wasn't it just Jake Sully's voice? That's different. Because that's a character in the movie that's just narrating the story. I'd have to go back and watch. No. You said Avatar 2. I'd have to go back and watch the Avatar 2 trailer. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's right. The Descent 2005. Yep. Yeah, that was my very first movie trailer I ever did. And it was like I guess it wasn't, because it wasn't like a minute and a half. It was like a minute. But it was considered a trailer. That's how I got booked for it. And that was my first one I ever did. And it's on YouTube. You just have to YouTube Dave McRae, The Descent, and it should pop up. It should pop up. Checking the campaign. Oh! What is going on? What is going on? 53,468. What is happening? Oh my God. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Something big has come in. What is going on? Nick Jean has stepped up and bought the final McRae Live Perk. Nicholas Jean has bought the final McRae Live Perk. Scott Wood has stepped up and donated $40. Shout out to Nicholas and Scott. Unbelievable. 53,468, 44% of our production budget raised, 487 backers. Unreal to where we are. This is amazing what we're doing right now. Truly amazing what we are doing. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, folks, we started the day today. We started the stream, which was 90 minutes ago. We started the stream today at 47,707. Okay? We have raised just today nearly $6,000 towards our production budget. This is incredible. The McCrazies are stepping up. And like I said, Blu-rays, if a bunch, we are less than $7,000 away from 60 and 50% of our production budget. I mean, it's truly unreal. Truly unreal. Very exciting, indeed. Very exciting indeed, where we are at. And, yeah, it's just really exciting. Sebastian says we're marching to 55. We are. You know what? I'm just saying, and again, I mean, everybody's got to do what they got to do financially, but if somebody stepped up and bought an associate producer perk, that would pretty much get us to 55. It's unreal. We had a big contribution today. Somebody bought a co-producer perk, which is fantastic. Unreal. Today has been such a gigantic success. Unreal. We've gone up again, folks. We've gone up again. 53,508. Joseph Esposito just donated $100. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Unreal. We are less than $500 away from 54,000. Incredible. To have this kind of momentum during the lull is terrific. I mean, that green bar is inching closer and closer to 50% and at $60,000. Unreal. Thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Great gains today. Great momentum today. Unreal. Wow. Fire. That's right. Vendez Cinema. It's fire. We're on fire, folks. We're on fire. Rob Thidoff says, Dave, do the producer credit prices change daily based on the exchange rate? It seems like the prices change slightly day to day, but maybe I'm just seeing things. Yeah, Rob, so it's entirely possible. Okay, if you go to the campaign, so obviously, for those of you that might, maybe you revisit the campaign and you notice a little bit of an adjustment in like the total. Like one day it's 88,000 906 maybe. And then the next day it says we need 89,430. And you're like, well, wait a minute, what's going on there? I don't understand. Is Dave doing something? Is he trying to scam us? What's going on? No, not at all. So what you see here, what never changes is this number right here. See this number right here? That never changes. That's 120,000 Canadian. That's what it is. But we're in Canada, right? We're based in Canada. And so we are raising money in Canadian funds. So because of the exchange rate, right? And because you're based in the US, if you're based in Canada, it will never change. So the prices are always the same on every perk. It's always the same because you're seeing it in the host currency, right? But if you live in the States, you might go to a producer perk and go, oh, wait a minute, it was $1,106. Now it's $1,125. Oh, but then the next day it's $1,102. What's going on? That's because the dollar is changing every day, right? You know what I'm saying? But it changes marginally. I mean, it's not like, oh, all of a sudden they needed 88,000 and now they need 5,000. It never changes that much. And the perks won't change like drastically. But yes, you may notice a bit of a difference here or there because of the US Canada exchange rate. And that's out of our hands. But we don't change the prices. Once you lock in a price, like once a perk goes live and once somebody picks up a perk, actually, I think it's just once the campaign goes live, actually. Once the campaign goes live and the perks are set in stone, we can't change the price. Like it's actually grayed out. So if I go in to edit a perk, I can't edit it. I can't even change the thumbnail. I can't change the thumbnail. I can't edit the description, like what's in the perk. I can't edit the price. And that's on purpose because they want you to honor what you went live with. You can't have people picking up a perk. You can't go in and change the price of the perk, right? But yeah, you will see small adjustments, probably because of the exchange rate. And that's out of my hands. That would be if I was in the UK and I had launched it, the same thing would happen to me. If somebody launched an Indiegogo campaign in the UK, that's the host, currency. Well, I'm in Canada. So I go onto their campaign, I would see Canadian prices, and I would probably see a bit of a variation from day to day, right? So it's just, it's the way it is. Or like when you launch a campaign in the States, if I go on to Vincent DeSantis' Never Hike Alone 2, I would probably see a variation in Canadian dollars from day to day. You know what I'm saying? It's the exchange rate. It's the exchange rate. But we don't touch anything. We don't touch anything, and because we can't. So, but thankfully it's marginal. Like it's not like, thousands of dollars or anything like that. But thank you for the question, because that's important. That's important. Joseph Esposito comes in with a very generous $26 super chat. Thank you, Joseph. Really appreciate that. It says, Dave, I have never even seen Black Christmas, but I'm such a big fan of yours that I was happy to make a donation to your campaign today. You have been such a positive outlet for me. Thank you, my friend, and good luck. Thank you. That really means a lot. And I sincerely mean that, man. It means a lot that you stepped up and said, listen, I haven't even seen the movie. Maybe I would like it. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. But I like your channel. I like what you're doing. You've kept me entertained. Hey, man, it's the least I can do. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. When somebody, listen, everything means a lot to me. But when somebody says, I'm not even a fan, not that you're not a fan, but it's like, to your point, right? I haven't even seen the movie, but I like what you're doing. I like the channel and I want to support you and help you out. That means a lot. It means a lot. It shows that you recognize the hard work that I've put into the channel and, the 6.5 years of crazy streams and Halloween content and all that kind of stuff. It means a lot. It means a lot. So thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you for the generous super chat as well. I really appreciate that. It's great to have you on board, man. It is. It's great to have everybody on board. But when somebody says that, makes me aware of that, It means a lot because there could be a lot of people that are doing that, but they just don't say anything. So that means a lot, man. Thank you. Chase Jackson sends in $4.99 and says 5K in one stream, already insane. Keep up the great work, everyone. Absolutely. It is. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, every time I refresh, I feel like we've made gains. Let me see here where we're at. We're at, oh, look at that. $53,987, knocking on 54. We have officially crossed $6,000 on this stream alone. This is officially the biggest uptick since day one of the campaign. We are almost just $6,000 away from half of the production budget funded in not even a month. Shoutouts, shoutouts, shoutouts. Who are these people? 490 backers. Incredible. We've got Mendel Goodman picks up an end credits thanks, and Dustin Smith picks up the online advanced premiere. Shout out to Mendel and Dustin. Thank you so much. Unreal. Yeah, folks, there is an advanced online perk. Because Dustin picked it up, there's probably only about maybe 25 left that are available, but it's a great price point. I think for you in the States, I think it's maybe about $250, but it's an online advanced premiere. And you get to see the movie about a week before everybody else. We did it for It's Me Billy Chapter 1. It was a blast. It was so much fun. So you get to get the inside scoop on stuff before everybody else. And it's a good price point. And you get, a t-shirt, you get the Blu-ray, you get, I think, your name in the end credits, digital download. It's a good one. And there's, like I said, there's about 25 left, I think, because I think we were doing a total of 30. So incredible. 53,097. Holy shit. Holy snap and crap. McCrazy stepping up huge today. Nick Jean sends in $4.99, says, let's keep this going, everyone. Thank you. Can handle 2 McCray lives and 2 dudes with me as a guest. Dave, hey, listen, dude. We can do it. If you're going to do it, we can do it. We can do it. We will make it happen. We will make it happen, my man. We will make it happen. Incredible. I thought you had picked up one before, and I was like, is he picking up another one? Hey, man, that just means that I'll have you on twice. We'll do 2 different shows on 2 different topics. Or maybe we go extra long. Maybe instead of, we go like 3 hours or something. We're just going crazy. Who knows? I don't know. It's going to be crazy. We'll figure it out. We're not there yet, but we'll figure it out. Incredible stuff. 55K is basically here. It's true. I mean, we're a little ways off. We're about $1,000 away. But listen, all it takes is somebody coming in on like an associate producer perk, or dare I say even a co-producer perk. I mean, listen, is there anybody else out there who wants that Halloween Kills flashback mask by Jimmy Falco? Somebody stepped up today and became a co-producer on the project. A co-producer package is you get everything that's in the associate producer package, plus a filmmaking consultation with myself and Bruce, a signed copy of the director's script. You also get a It's Me Billy Chapter 1 Blu-ray, the retro cover Blu-ray. You also get the teaser cover for Chapter 2, as well as the official cover, and you get the Halloween Kills flashback mask by Jimmy Falco. And somebody today became a co-producer. Incredible. There's 3 remaining. That's a featured perk. I put that up there because I think it's a pretty hot ticket item. There's 3 remaining. 4 were available. There's 3 remaining. Incredible. Whew, man, I mean, I don't even know what to like. It's the progress has just been incredible. Unreal, you guys. Unreal. If I got all the super chats, I think I did it. I did. Let me just check here. I think I've got them all. I don't think I'm missing anything. Man, I need a swig of water here. 44,000. 44%. Let me just see here where we need to get to hit 50 or to hit 45%. Let me just calculate this. I think it's probably 56 actually. Dun, 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 dun. No, 45%. Holy shit. No, 45% is around the corner. 45% is about to hit if we hit 54,000. Wow. Let me see if I got that. Did I calculate that right? Let me just see here. Yeah. If we hit 54,000, that'll be 45%. Holy shit, we started at 39%. We've gone up 6%. Here it is. Is this it? Oh, not yet. Amazing stuff. This is like incredible. Let me see here. Colin McCormick says, horror movies don't really scare me, but It's Me, Billy had me on the edge of my seat. Very fascinating. Cool. Well, listen, you know what? Everybody, what's scary to one person isn't necessarily scary to another, right? And we're all generally afraid of the same things, but there's different levels. And I know there were people that watched It's Me, Billy that were not fans, not because they didn't, some people were not fans because it just wasn't their style of filmmaking, right? Their style of horror. It's Me, Billy is not cut from the same cloth as storytelling as like a Friday the 13th, right? If you want blood, guts, and gore and like, whoa, you got to go watch Never Hike Alone too. You know what I'm saying? When it comes out, but if you want more of the psychological, eerie mood, atmosphere kind of stuff, well, then you want to watch it, It's Me, Billy, right? Because we wanted to make a movie that felt like it lived in the same universe, that felt like it was cut from the same cloth of storytelling as the original Black Christmas, not the 19 remake, obviously, and not the 06 one, but the original 1974. It felt old school. So it's slow burn, pensive, a lot of character interaction, building. And then we get to sort of the horror stuff. And it's tastefully done. I know there were some people that thought, oh, maybe they just ended the movie there because they ran out of money, or maybe they didn't show any blood and guts because they didn't have the budget. No, we didn't stop the movie there because we ran out of money. We stopped the movie there because, yes, we didn't have the money to continue. That's true, but it was planned that way. And Justine's death scene in the bed was tastefully done. There were some people that said that it was intense and it was hard for them to watch. You didn't see any blood. Now, you saw blood later when Sam enters the room and sees that Justine's not there and the sheets are soaked in blood, but you don't see any like blood. You don't see any piercing when the death is happening. But a lot of people said the way you shot that, the way you staged that, just everything, it was scary. It was very intense. And that's on purpose. It's not like we were like, oh, we ran out of money, we don't have any blood. No, not at all. We're being classy with it. We're trying to be in the same vein as those old school Hitchcock sort of type movies. And that's where, we want it to be. So that's really cool that you found it scary, that you were on the edge of your seat. That's a great compliment to myself and Bruce, and that we were able to craft and stage the story in ways that we wanted to. So that's really cool that we really wanted to deliver on. And chapter 2 is more of the same. Now, chapter 2 does get a little more intense because obviously now it's basically the second half of the movie, and now we're right into the thick of it now. But it's still not like Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees. So, you're not going to see like blood spurting out everywhere and guts falling out and heads popping off. No, it's still Black Christmas, but relative to the IP, relative to the style of movie that it is, we are doing our best to elevate it and make it a little more intense, you know what I mean? But within the staying true, of course, to the DNA of what Black Christmas is. And it's been fun to write that and to explore that. Chapter 2 is very, it's darker in tone and in sort of the environment, gets intense. Yeah. Shit hits the fan now. So amazing stuff. Let me see here. Super chat from Brandon Collins sends in $2, says $6K per stream. You just need 11 more streams, dude. It's true. I just need 11 more streams, and I'll probably get there. I'll probably just 11 more streams. Hey, I made it. I'll probably do it. Joshua Loft sends in a very generous super chat. Thank you, Joshua. You are a great supporter, of course, of the campaign. I've seen your name pop up. Says, congrats, dude. You passed 50K. I think I'll buy a co-producer perk. I want that mask, dude. You come in and buy a co-producer perk. That's gonna pop the fucking. This stream's gonna get wild. You come in with a co-producer perk, this stream's gonna get wild. Yeah, there's four. Well, there's only 3 co-producer perks available now, because we had somebody. Is that not moving? Oh, it's not moving. We had somebody pick it up. But there it is, co-producer perk. There's 3 available. And yeah, that mask is cool. I had somebody, I think his heart was in the right place, but I had somebody reach out to me and he's like, I'm not spending that much for a mask. And I'm like, well, it's not the mask. You don't have to spend that much for a mask. If all you care about is the mask, then go just get one from Jimmy Falco. But this is, you get everything that's in the associate producer perk and the add-ons for the co-producer perk and the mask. The mask is part of the package. It's a co-producer package. So the price is not for the mask. I mean, I guess it could be if that's all you care about, but it's not. It's the co-producer package and you get the mask with it. And Jimmy Falco's the real deal. I mean, he's been doing this a long time. He's got a great reputation in the Michael Myers mask, indie mask making space, and he's great. So he was all on board. He's like, dude, I want to help out. Let me know what you need me to do. So I said, listen, here's what we're thinking of doing. Packaging your fucking amazing flashback mask into a tier, into a perk. And he's like, okay. And I was like, would you be able to make 4 of these? And he's like, yeah, no problem. When do you need them? I said, oh, it won't be till next year when we start shipping all the perks. He said, okay, cool. That's great. Cause that gives me a lot of time to make them. And he was totally down. So cause I knew that would appeal to my Halloween fans, right? I mean, fuck, I want one, but I'm not going to get one. I mean, I guess I could go to them and buy one, but it's not like I get one because I'm not, you know what I mean? You guys are going to get one, which is really cool. And it looks as, I mean, I have other photos of it, but that's the one that I chose because obviously, it's the face on. Oh, it looks that good. I've seen video of it. It's great. He's done a fantastic job. It looks OG. It's really good. Now when however many masks we end up having to make, we'll get your head measurement and things like that. If it's one you actually want to wear, if you don't care and you just want to have it on a shelf, you're not going to wear it. Well, then it's not a big deal. But when the time comes, we'll reach out to those who pick up the co-producer perk and we will ask your measurement so we can send that to Jimmy and he makes one that is, that will fit you, obviously. So pretty cool stuff though. It's pretty cool stuff, dude. Pretty cool stuff. Thank you so much. And thank you, Joshua, for being such a great contributor. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that a lot. Oh, wait a sec here. We have, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. No. Yes, Nick. What? Nick has come in. Holy shit. Nicholas Jean has come in and become an associate producer. We're sitting at 55,507, 46%. What is going on? What is happening? What the fuck what is going on? What is happening? I can't even take it. What is going on? It's incredible. It's incredible. 55,000. Holy snap and crap. It is unreal. The McCrazies are stepping up. I think Nick got a bonus at work. Buddy. You're all making it happen. The McCrazy horror fans are like, enough. We want good horror. Enough. Oh my God. As Ric Flair would say, whoo! Incredible. Incredible. Let me just refresh the donation here. Make sure I haven't missed anybody. I'm losing. I think I need, where the fuck's it? Oh, wait, it's going up again. It's going up again. We got Matthew Farisi coming in hardcore. Matthew Farisi comes in. Has it gone in? I don't think it hasn't registered yet, Matthew, but Matthew just bought a t-shirt. Thank you, Matthew. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Nicholas Jean. Nick, can I call you Nick? I think I can call you Nick now, right? Became an associate producer. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Amazing. Dude, if those that can support in the higher tiers do, and those that can't but want to come in on those Blu-ray perks, if all of you do, this thing's going to be funded. This thing will be funded. 100%. It doesn't, as you can clearly see. Now, again, we've had some big ticket items go today, and I'm not here expecting everybody to come in with a big ticket item, right? But like I said, for those that can and are like, yeah, fuck, let's do it. You know what I mean? Amazing. For those of you that are like, well, I can't afford that, totally understand. But you're like, you know what? I'll buy a Blu-ray. Amazing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Incredible. I don't know, but you know what? I'll get my name in the end credits. Amazing. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? McCrazy stepping up. Just we're a team. That's what we are. We're a team. And I cannot understate this because it's so true. This is crowdfunding. And the fans, the fans, are responsive. This is just as much your movie as it is ours. You, the fans, are making this happen. I often use the analogy where it's like, yes, Bruce and I are the filmmakers. We're the ones that are going to be, we'll make them, sure. But we can't do it without this. We can't. This is the blood. Bruce and I are the heart, right? The team, myself, Bruce, the crew, the cast, we're the heart. We're the heart, right? But if there ain't no blood to pump, you're dead. You're dead. And you guys are the blood. You're the blood. I know it sounds like I'm blowing smoke up your ass, but it's literally true. I mean, this is all factually true. If we don't raise the production budget, there is no movie. I'd have to be on here going, well, sorry guys, I got to cancel. You know what I mean? I'd have to do that. Now, if we were backed by a studio, that's different. That's the catch-22. The great thing about being an independent filmmaker is that the creative control belongs to you. The downside is that you got to figure out ways to raise money, right? When you're a filmmaker that's doing studio pictures, you don't have to worry about money. I mean, the money you have to worry about is maybe in your contracts and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of money to make the movie, you don't have to worry about that. But then the other side of the coin is how much creative control do you have? So it's kind of like, So it's incredible. I mean, you guys, and you are funding. It's fan-funded, fan-driven. It's really cool when you think about it. You know what I mean? Unreal. Holy snap and crap. 55,000. Oh! 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 What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Oh! 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 58,092! What is going on? Oh! Oh! What the hell? What the hell? Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! What is Wash? That's got to be a co-producer. Joshua must have come through on a co-producer. Ladies and gentlemen, $58,092, 48%. Oh my God. Unreal. It happened. It happened. Joshua Ryan Lott has become a co-producer on It's Me, Billy Chapter 2. Joshua, you will receive the Halloween Kills flashback mask by Jimmy Falco and everything else that, of course, is in that package. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm just going to text Bruce. I got to text Bruce. There we go. I just texted him one word. Unbelievable. That's all I said. He's busy with his family today, but he'll get that. He'll get that. He'll look at that and go, I wonder what Dave's talking about. Incredible. Like, Jesus. I mean, as Quint would say in Jaws, Jesus Christ. I mean, holy shit. Unreal. We are less than $2,000 away from $60,000 on this stream alone. I mean, Jesus. I mean, as Tiffany Moses Shante is like, holy, like, wow, you got no holding backs. Holy crap, this is insane. This is insane. Joseph Esposito, let's get it to 60! I got to get my old fucking thing in here. Let's do it again. Where is it? Where is it? I need another piece of music to just have a bit of a break. It's going insane. We've reached the 2-hour mark here on the stream. It is Sunday, May the 21st, 2023, 3:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, something unbelievable is happening here on the campaign during this almost the end of the third week. This is incredible. $58,092, 493 backers. Folks, I'm going to tell you, on the campaign today, just today, we have, just today on the campaign, we have raised $10,385. This is the biggest day since day one. On day one, we raised about, I think it was like $19,000 or something. And in the subsequent streams I've done since, and on the days I'm not doing streams, you know, we've had some great days, right? There's been days where we've hit like 1,500 days, $3,000 days, been fantastic. This is unreal. I mean, this is incredible. It's unreal. Joshua, thank you so much for becoming a co-producer and donating to the campaign on that level. That means a lot. It means the world. Like it really does, because this is something that there's been so much hard work that you guys, and I know you guys know this, but if you can humor me for a second, there's been so much hard work that goes on behind the scenes that you guys never see. You know, I don't talk about. You know, I come on here, I do my Halloween shows, I do the Two Dudes shows, and there's many shows. I mean, obviously I'm talking about Billy a lot now because we're in funding mode, but leading up to the campaign, I would do an update every now and then. I would talk, but most of this time I'm doing Two Dudes and we're doing movies and we're talking Halloween, and but when I step away from that, the amount of hard work that Bruce and I have been doing leading up to this is incredible, you know, and we're not getting paid for it. We don't get paid for this. It's not like somebody has hired us to do this movie. We are doing this for free. Bruce and I, legally, Bruce and I can't make any money off of it unless the rights holders were to come forward and say, holy shit, I love what you guys are doing. Let's make that, you know what I mean? Well, that's a different story. Then we can have that conversation. But right now it's not for profit. It's fan and tribute. Bruce and I cannot make any money. We make zero. And as is the case usually with these things, every Indiegogo campaigner who's raising money for a movie will tell you, generally speaking, they always end up forking over some cash out of their own pocket anyway. So to see this kind of support, it is emotional in some ways. You know, it's just like, it's validation that, you know, the hard work that you've put in is paying off, you know, and that you want people to step up and get on board and get on the train because we can't do it without you. You know, I mean, if we were just crowdfunding part of the movie, but I already got this producer over here. I got this bank that's going to loan us, you know, 80 grand. Well, then, you know what? It's not a big deal, right? But when this is it, it's this or nothing, you know, it's incredible. It's incredible to see the support, just like it did with Chapter 1. I mean, listen, we are less than $2,000 away from our budget from Chapter 1. And we're not even a month in. It's incredible. You guys are stepping up in ways that mean a lot to me. And I can certainly tell you on behalf of Bruce, myself and Bruce and everybody that's part of this project, thank you for doing this. It's incredible. Man, I just, it's unreal. Unreal. Holy snapping crap. 58,092. That's where we are. 48%. Jesus, we're knocking on half. 60,000. Is it even possible to get to that today? Even possible? I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. It's unreal. Unreal. Truly is unreal. It means a lot. It means a lot. Horror Freak says, Indiegogo won't let me donate to your campaign. Oh, are you paying? I believe you have to pay either via credit card or debit card that might have like the Visa MasterCard logo on it. If you're trying to use a gift card, it won't work. They don't accept gift cards. So I believe it has to be. Now, I don't know if PayPal, maybe, I'm not sure. Credit or debit's probably the best way to go. So maybe that's why. Maybe you were trying to use like a gift card or something. I'm not sure. But if you look at the Indiegogo rules and regulations as it pertains to donating, they say, yeah, no gift card. It's probably to do with fraud and all that kind of stuff, which I understand. Not personal. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying in general, right? You know how some people, so they like to keep it a little more, legit, I guess. Let me know what the issue is though. Ian David Strain says it's going to go past the 60. Oh, dude, if this fucking thing goes past 60 today, I'm going to holy shit. Holy shit. Now, again, we got to keep that means because we're in the lull, that means that, again, I never want to take our foot off the gas completely, because when you have a great day and you think, oh, we got lots of time, no worries, you take your foot off the gas, and then the next thing you know, there's only 5 days left, and holy shit, we still need $80,000, right? But having this kind of day today puts us in a great position going into week 4. And I'm not so worried, right? And then it makes me satisfied that, geez, at this point we could be at 70,000, by week, it's a good spot to be in. Again, we don't have to be having this kind of day every day, right? You know what I mean? But to have one of these days is really great. It's really great. 2 co-producer perks today, an associate producer perk today, a couple McRae lives, t-shirts, donations, end credits. I mean, you guys have stepped up in ways that really means a lot. So thank you. Horror Freak says, I'm using a debit card, but it still won't let me do it. Interesting. Does it have the MasterCard or Visa logo on it? Is it like a Visa debit kind of thing? I would, no PayPal, but Google Play. Evil Alex says, no PayPal, but so they will accept Google Play? I'm not sure. Whenever I've donated to a campaign, I've always just used my debit or my credit card. So I'm not really sure what the other options are. Interesting. I would maybe send them a message or something and or maybe do a quick Google search. I'm not sure what would be the reason. Yeah, I mean, if the money's there and it's debit, it should go. I'm not entirely sure. Lee Bauer says, hey, Dave, my man, almost 60K. Let's pass 60K, folks. Let's bring back Olivia Hussey. Yes, let's do it. We got to do it. She's agreed to be a part of the movie, but, we don't raise the budget. It won't happen. Right. So, yeah, we got to get there. We got to get there, folks. We got to get there. It's important. But Jesus, I'm out of breath from all that. Oh, we're continuing to rise. What is going on? Yes, I gotta mix up the music. We're continuing to rise, ladies and gentlemen. What was this that just came in? Andrew Stevens is going to the advanced online screening. Andrew Stevens, one of my great moderators. Andrew, my man, I love it. 58,457. Incredible. Holy shit. Holy shit. Unreal. We are, my God, if somebody, and I'm not saying you have to, again, listen, I'm just giving you the math. If somebody out there comes in and gets an associate producer perk, wants to become an associate producer on It's Me, Billy, we'd be at 60,000 or almost. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. But like I've always said, these campaigns are won in the trenches. These campaigns, it's great to have those bombs, absolutely, for people that can afford it. Because again, we want people who buy big perks, we want people to buy big perks, and we want them because they can afford it, right? The last thing we want is refunds. You know what I mean? Because we want that money to be there. So it's so important that we leave, the big perks to the people that absolutely can. Like, no worries. I can do it. I've made room, or I got a bonus, or, whatever it is. Dude, I want to support. I'm there. Let's fucking do this, right? Amazing. And then for people that are like, I'd love to, of course, but, I got a family and this and that. I just, whatever the case is, though, that's where it's won, in the trenches, right? In the weeds with the Blu-rays and the double blues and, the end credits thank you and the digital download package. And just, if lots of people start getting those, it adds up. It really does. It really does. It adds up. It's incredible. What a fucking day so far today. Holy shit. I feel like I need to be Clark Griswold and be like, I say that rant, like, holy shit, hallelujah, where's the Tylenol? That's what I kind of feel like. I just got a text from Bruce and he's over the moon. He's like, amazing. He says, please tell the fans I say huge thank you. So Bruce was thinking about coming on today, but he's unable to join us. But he says he wants me to let you know that he loves you guys and that he says a huge thank you for stepping up in the ways that you have today. It means the world to us. We're, as producers, and if you are a producer shooting a movie, obviously it can be a very stressful situation, very stressful job, and we're not even getting paid to do it. But just, the dynamics and, the contracts and the unions and all the things we're doing, it's very stressful. And to see this kind of support just helps make the day a little less stressful, because that, wow, we're really making gains. We're making gains and wow, holy shit, maybe we are going to really be able to afford to do this, and so it means a lot. It means the world to us. Have I missed any super chats? I don't think I have. Let me just go back over here. I don't believe I've missed any super chats. I don't believe I have. Seems like everything is there and in check. Okay. Amazing. Awoken Nightmare says, let's good. Maybe go. Jess Bradford hasn't been this close to Billy since he was hanging on the basement door. It's true. We're close. We're close, man. We're close. We gotta get her done. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get her done. Incredible. Wow. Holy shit. Like, just unreal. 58,457. I mean, 48% of our production budget. Jesus. Incredible. Can we hit 60,000 today? Oh my God, that would be wild. Wild. Holy shit. Happy Memorial Day weekend, by the way, to all my American friends south of the border. It is Victoria Day weekend here. Not Victoria from It's Me, Billy, although she likes to, I'm sure anybody named Victoria here in Canada gets that. Queen Victoria, obviously, because we are a Commonwealth country. We get a long weekend in May. It usually falls in and around my birthday. And tomorrow is a holiday here in Canada, just like Memorial Day in the States. So happy Victoria Day long weekend to my fellow Canadian brothers and sisters, and happy Memorial Day weekend to my American brothers and sisters out there. And yeah, incredible. Next Gen Studio says, maybe I'll post to the horror subreddit and encourage them to donate. I'll probably get downvoted and ignored, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, the thing with that is I saw that somebody had made, I think in the same horror subreddit that you mentioned, I think somebody had shared the Bloody Disgusting story on it. But there's strict rules and regulations about promotion and spam, and which I understand. I totally get. If you allow people to promote their own shit on a subreddit, that's all people would be doing. And I get it. So every Sunday, I think that subreddit allows people to promote their own shit. But the only people that are really looking at that subreddit are the people promoting their own shit. So although I think it's nice that they do that, and that's great because you never know who's going to see it, nobody's really looking at it. You know, like where you get the most traction is in the subreddits where people are talking, right? And that's where you want to, but if you do that, it's probably going to get flagged and deleted because although it's not your campaign, it would be perceived as spam and you are spamming. So it's probably not best to do that because that's the last thing we want. But yeah, we do need to reach more people. Obviously, there's lots of people that know about it, but there's lots of people that don't know about it. And yeah, incredible. But I get it. Like, you know, I get it. I do. Yeah. You know, because if you allowed it, and I've looked at Facebook pages that allow people to post their Indiegogo campaigns on, but all it is just people posting their Indiegogo campaigns. Like nobody's looking at that. It's just a bunch of people, you know, and it might get like, you know, a heart, you know, one thumb up, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really think it does much. I mean, maybe, but that's the problem with, like, their hearts are in the right place. But the problem with these forums and groups and pages that allow you to post that shit is that the only people on there are people promoting their own stuff. They don't have any interest in helping you because they're trying to get people to fund their shit. So then it just becomes a sea of just self-promotion, but nobody's going there. It's just one big circle jerk of people trying to get their shit promoted. So, you know what I mean? So it can be tricky. It can be tricky. The principle's nice. Like you know, but it can be tricky. Sebastian says, Dave, super chat. Okay, super chat. What super chat did I miss? Nick Jean says in $1.99 says, showing my love for you, Dave. I appreciate it, Nick. I really do. You've stepped up in a really big way and it does not go unappreciated. Like it means a lot. You're making a difference. You're making this happen. So it does mean a lot. It does mean a lot. And then Mike Mack sends in $5 and says, I'm enjoying your reaction to the funding going up. This is great. Well, it's true, man. I mean, that's genuine reaction. Listen, if I had, you know, money from a producer or a production company or whatever, and I was just using this to supplement, well, maybe I wouldn't be going crazy. But when you're relying on you guys and the McCrazies and the horror fans of the world to step up and donate in this kind of way, and you do, it's incredible. It really is incredible. You know, it means the world. It really does, because we want to make this movie so badly. You know, we really want to do this. You know, we've worked so hard. You know, and anybody who makes movies knows, you know, if you're making, you know, and so to see this kind of support, it makes you smile and it makes you realize that there are people out there that will step up if they can. Again, if you can, you know, not everybody can drop bombs. Nick is obviously in a position where he can drop some bombs, and that's great, right? And not everybody's in a position that Nick's in, but that's okay, right? That's okay. Blu-rays, digital downloads, it's about the army. It's about the McCrazy army stepping up and helping in the ways they all can help. There's different levels, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing to see this kind of love and support with everything, on every tier. It's fucking great. And I did get that super chat. Okay, so I haven't missed any other super chats, I don't think. I don't think I have anyway. I'm sure you guys will let me know. But yeah, truly. Here we go. Music Man sends in $10. Thank you, Music Man. Really appreciate that. Says, give my hubby Dustin a birthday shout out. Love you, Dave. We support independent filmmakers. Amazing. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Shout out to your husband, Dustin. Shout out to you, Dustin. Hope you're doing well. Wait, were you the Dustin that picked up something on the... Because there was a Dustin that I think supported the campaign today. I don't know if it's the same Dustin or not, but shout out to Dustin. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, my man. I hope you have a great birthday. My birthday is this Wednesday. So shout out to, it is May 21st. So shout out to fellow Gemini. If your birthday is today, of course. My birthday is in 3 days. In 3 days, on Wednesday, May the 24th, I will officially turn 44 years old. 44 years old. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just 6 years away from 50. What the fuck is going on? What is happening? It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Happy birthday, Dustin, and thank you, Music Man. Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that a lot. All right, we're sitting at 58. Okay, we got somebody else that came in. Okay, 58,485. We got somebody coming in here. This is, I'm going to butcher this name and I don't want to. Gianluca, Gian, Gianluca Scotty. Is that how you say that? I'm really sorry if I am pronouncing it incorrectly, but you know who you are. You picked up the digital download perk, which is great. That means you'll get a high resolution copy of the official poster. You'll get the movie in full HD. You'll get a copy of the script digitally, and you'll get high resolution still images from chapter 1 and chapter 2. Pretty sweet deal for $20, if you know what I'm saying. That's pretty fucking good, right? So thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Amazing. We're continuing to go up, folks. Continuing to go up. 495 backers. Geez, could we get to 500 backers by the end of the stream here today? 500? I don't know. It's possible. Are we going to hit 59,000? Could we hit 60? I don't know. Listen, let me say this. We do not have to hit 60 today. The fact that we've stepped up in this way is incredible. It's already a huge win. I say that because we're so close to it. But listen, it's been an incredible journey today so far. And it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And you will see, you will notice on the campaign that now it has ticked down from 41 to 40 days. That's still a lot of days left. Fantastic. But you can see that, we're now down to 40 days. So every day at about 4 in the afternoon is when you will start, 4 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. That's when you'll see it tick down. So this time tomorrow, it'll go to 39 and 38, 37, 36, and so on and so forth. Hey, here's a good one. David Simisevic, is that how you say that? Simisevic. It's a couple ways I think it could be said. David, thank you. Other than Black Christmas, what is your favorite Olivia Hussey movie? It's a good question. Romeo and Juliet is up there because I think it's I respect the what it did for its time. And I know there's some controversy around it. I know that, but it's a good movie. It's a good rendition of that story. But I also quite liked her. It's not her movie, but I also quite liked her in Psycho 4. I thought she was kind of fun in that. And I liked her in she was in It, of course, the miniseries It from 1990. Again, supplementary roles, complementary roles, small roles, but she's good in everything she's in. But I actually quite liked her in Jesus of Nazareth. I just recently watched that, and I thought she was really good in it. That was from the late 70s, I believe. It was after Black Christmas. But yeah, she's been a lot of stuff. She was in Death on the Nile with Bette Davis. There's a lot of movies, a lot of sort of cornball movies. She's, not the greatest films either, but she's been in some pretty high level ones too. I remember her saying in an interview that she said that She feels her career probably would have even taken off even more had she, because she made a choice to focus on her family and her kids because she had 3 young kids. And so she would take certain jobs here and there and try to, you know what I mean? But she really wanted to be there for her children. So, but she easily could have been like even, you know, more famous than she actually is. But she made a family choice, right? You know what I mean? So, but she's been in some stuff. And she's definitely at one point, like certainly when she sprung onto the scene in 1968 in Romeo and Juliet. I mean, obviously I wasn't born until 11 years later, but people that I talked to who were there at that time, it was pandemonium because it was the first time, I think it was the first time that that story had ever been adapted with, you know, teenagers as Romeo and Juliet, because it was usually people in their 20s, you know, or something like that. And it was huge. It was a huge film. Like think like Twilight back in 2008, right? We're all like, you know, the girls, all the kids are all, you know, pandemonium, right? That's what it was like for that film. It was huge. It made her an international star. She couldn't go anywhere. She was like 16. She couldn't go anywhere. Leonard Whiting as well, the actor who played Romeo, they were just like, they were mobbed everywhere they went. They were on like a world tour. It was crazy. I watched some shit on it. I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy. Seems kind of funny to us now, right? But it was huge. It was huge. And it catapulted her into stardom, because I remember Lynn telling me that when she did Black Christmas, when Olivia Hussey was cast in Black Christmas in 73, I think is when she was cast in it. I remember Lynn saying to me, Olivia was a huge star at that time. Like when we all found out that she was coming on to play the lead, we were all like, oh shit. Like she was a bigger star than Margot Kidder was. Now, Margot Kidder she was known, but she became really, it was Superman that propelled her into the stratosphere, right? But Olivia was like the star on that set, you know, and yeah, it was a big deal. I remember her saying that. It was like, holy shit, you know? So, yeah, but she had just had her first child at that time as well. And yeah, so she really wanted to be there for her kids, I heard her say in an interview. So, you know, she was successful, but I think it was her way of saying that, yeah, I probably could have been more successful, had I maybe not had kids, you know what I mean? Or I'd waited later to have kids, or, you know, whatever the case is. Or if I had just made a choice not to be there for my kids, which some actors do. But she made the right choice to be there, and she made a name for herself, you know, and it's really cool to have, you know, to have had her agreed to be a part of this. It's amazing. Salwane's Knight sends in $5. Thank you very much. Says, Dave, I saw an episode of Murder, She Wrote with Olivia Hussey in it, and she was the murderer too. It's a sign. It's going to happen. I love Murder, She Wrote. And I don't know what episode that is, but I love that show because I grew up watching it with my mom. My mom loved that show. So I'm going to have to look that up and see what that is. That's so cool. That's so cool. I'll check out what episode that is. That's awesome. That's awesome. Still at 58,485. Amazing. Could we get to 500 backers? Is it possible to get to 500 backers before the stream ends? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Chester Franklin Jr. says, Dave, how much donations do you need to reach if you do the only Halloween stream? Oh yeah. So the Halloween thing is, I would like to get to either the It's Me Billy Chapter 2 Blu-ray, the double blue. We're at 105. There's 105 that have been sold already. If that reaches 550 units sold, I'll do the epic stream. Or if the Blu-ray, which is this one here, the official Blu-ray, 83 have sold. If that reaches 550 units sold, I will do the stream. Now, for those of you that don't know what Chester's talking about, it's on Saturday, October the 28th. I will do an epic Halloween stream where I watch Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all in one sitting. There'll be giveaways. There'll be guests. It'll be the epic stream, the epic live stream, like an 8-hour stream to end all 8-hour streams. I will do that if either the double blue or the official one reaches 550 units. Some people have asked me, will you combine them? And my answer is no. Maybe I'll change that if it gets close. But my answer right now is no, because This is about raising as much money as we possibly can. Okay. And of course I will do that stream. Of course I will honor that. But my thought is, with nearly 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, nearly 5,000 followers on Twitter, over 3,000 followers on Instagram, nearly 4,000 followers on Facebook, and 850 and 960 followers on the It's Me Billy Facebook page, I don't see any reason why we can't hit that mark. You know what I mean? It's just getting people to come out and do it, right? There's no reason why we can't. We sold over 450 Blu-rays, or 430 or whatever it was. It was over 400 the first time around with Chapter 1. So if all those people that bought Chapter 1 buy Chapter 2, it should be a slam dunk, right? So, and I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I don't think it might seem unreasonable to you, but when you think about the following I have and the reach and what we've been able to do here today and all that kind of stuff, it's absolutely doable. It's absolutely doable. It's just people need to do it. And I will honor it. I will absolutely do it. But I think that's fair. You know what I mean? I sit there all day watching Halloween movies, the big epic Halloween stream. Like I said, there'll be some giveaways, maybe some guests maybe some guests to watch a movie or two with me. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. If I only had 500 subscribers and only 300 people that followed me on social media, well then, yeah, that would be a ridiculous ask. It'd be like, Dave, that's way too much. Why are you asking that? But it's not when you think about all the people that can donate, that could donate, right? So that's what it's all about. But thank you for the question, Chester. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been an incredible day. Where are we at here in the stream? 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. 2 co-producer perks have been taken. Incredible. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. We're sitting at 48% of our production budget. 58,485. Man, when you do these kinds of shows, you burn off a lot of we burn off a lot of calories, but you also expense a lot of energy. I can feel it. I can feel myself. It's only 4:18, but I can feel myself getting hungry for some dinner. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. I have got all the super chats, right? I believe I have. I believe so. I don't think there's been anything. I think so. Brandon Collins says, producing without unions is already a colossal pain in the ass. I can't imagine how much harder it will actually, it is with actual rules in place. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, obviously obviously I know about unions, being, a voice actor myself, and certainly I know all about that on the voiceover side of things. But being a filmmaker and being on the other side and working with the unions from that perspective in that way, there's overlap. I mean, there's certain, things that I recognize, but it's a learning experience for us too, because this is the first time that we're doing this full on in this manner, in this way. So there is some, yeah, you're right. There's some weeds to kind of go through, and there's rules and regulations but it all starts with the funding. And Bruce and I are working behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff we're working on behind the scenes, and it all starts with the funding. If we have the money raised, that doesn't guarantee that our project's going to be approved, but of course it makes it, usually projects are not outright like disapproved. Usually if there's an issue, it's like, well, we approve everything, but there's this one thing here that we don't approve. So we have to rectify that, resubmit, and then it gets approved. You know what I mean? It's things like that. The project's not going to just be outright not approved. There might be some things we might have to adjust depending on what the union says, but also maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We don't have any nudity. We don't have any sex scenes. There's no minors. There's no animals. There's no. It's pretty straightforward as far as these projects go. So I don't think we'll have an issue. But yeah, it's the real deal. You're dealing with this shit, and that's what I mean. There's a lot of hard work that goes on off these, away from this channel. You guys have well, you would know, Brandon, but the average person might just doesn't know. There's a lot of stuff that goes through. So it's crazy, but we're doing it. We're like, you know what? This is what life's all about, right? What are we going to do? We're going to sit there and go, no, it's too hard. We'll be like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's see if we can get Olivia Hussey. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can raise the money. Let's take a swing. Let's just keep swinging, you know? Because if it all comes together and this time, you know, this time next year when we're in post-production, it'll all be worth it. It'll all be worth it. And when you see that trailer drop or that teaser trailer drop at Christmas this year, because that's the plan. If we shoot the movie in November, our plan is to drop a teaser trailer around Christmas time. Same thing we did with Chapter 1. But then you see that and it's like, it's all worth it. You know what I mean? So was that speech from John Kennedy? He said something like, I'm paraphrasing. He's like, we don't try to go to the moon because it's easy. We do it because it's hard, you know? And that just simply means because it's, you know, yeah, it's hard. It is fucking hard. It's very hard, but the reward will be worth it, you know? So yeah, no, I know what you mean, man. No Holding Back says, say it with me, 60K, 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 60K. Oh, still sitting at 58,485. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. We'll see if it sits there a little bit longer. We'll see if it sits there a little bit longer, and you know, we might have tapped out. And that's okay. That's a great spot to be. But yeah, no, I agree. To be so close to 60 would be cool. But and all that would take is like, yeah, maybe an associate producer or even just you know, a few more of the advanced screening or, you know, whatever. But this is great. I mean, we roll into Monday with this. It's good shit. It's a good spot to be for sure. Here we go. CM. Hey, my man, you're one of our associate producers, right? Sends in $4.99 and says, happy early birthday, Dave. I'll be celebrating my 50th the same day as you. Is your birthday May 24th? You know what? If it is, you must have told me that and I just kind of forgot. That's really cool. Well, happy early birthday to you as well. Congrats on the huge campaign gain today. Almost halfway there. I know, it's unreal. It's unreal. It's unreal. And thank you for stepping up and being a part of it. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, what a great day this has been. I mean, how much money have we raised today? Just today, because it was a slow couple of days there, which is expected, right? Because we are in the lull. I mean, I know today doesn't look like we're in the lull, but that's because I went live today and we were rallying the troops and getting excited and making that push. But let's see, today, we have raised today. Oops. Today we have raised a total of $10,778. Today, just alone, we've raised $10,778 and almost 9%. We've almost gone up 9%. We are at 48%. When will that change to 49? Let me see here. When will that change to 49? That will change to 49 in about another $300. So that will change to 49% at about 58,800. So if we get to 58,800, that sucker's going to change to 49%. And then it's just an extra, you know, $1,200 all the way to 60. Incredible. 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 Do I have a favorite Hitchcock film? Yes. Obviously Psycho, but I really love Rear Window with Jimmy Stewart. I really love Rear Window. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. And I also like Rope as well. Rope is one that I think that's a Hitchcock one, right? I don't think that's one that gets talked about enough. But I really like Rope. I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, Psycho, of course, because it's classic, but I would say Rear Window and Rope are really good. If you haven't seen them, I would check them out. Darren from Georgetown says, Dave, is there a greater sense of pressure on this since you and Bruce have had talks with studios and might have more eyeballs on you? Yeah, yes, that's one. Yes, that's one thing. I think there's a greater sense of pressure on us, obviously because Olivia Hussey agreed to be in it, and we want to deliver on that. We want to, we want to deliver on it, and we want to do right by her. We want to do right by the movie. We want to do right by the fans. We want to finish the story. There's extra pressure just because we're dealing with the unions now, and we want to, and to your point, yeah, there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on this, because of the names attached, and we just having those funds. Again, it doesn't take the pressure off completely, but knowing that the funds are there, knowing that we can get to a spot where we go, this movie's going to happen. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of pressure that comes away because then now we can focus on the pre-production. Now the movie gets officially greenlit. Like right now, the movie's not greenlit, right? Olivia Hussey is attached, right? You see that all the time in films, right? So-and-so is attached, right? You know what I mean? A lot of independent films will try to get a name on board, right? There's many examples of independent films that try to, in a lot of ways, I can't remember if Donald Pleasance was on before they got the money or not, but even if he was, the principle's the same. Why did they get Donald Pleasance? I mean, first it was Peter Cushing, he turned it down, then it was Christopher Lee, but why? It's a name, right? It's a name on a low budget, nothing movie with a nobody filmmaker at that time, right? And so, I mean, it's a bit different because obviously that's original, but the principle is the same, right? We see that a lot in movies, right? Where they will try to get a name attached. That doesn't mean the movie's going to happen. That doesn't mean that at all. It just means that the actor has said, yes, for sure. If you do what you got to do, and if you can do what you got to do, and you can give me this, this, and this, and I will do it. You know what I mean? I mean, that happens all the time in films, right? And so are we officially greenlit right now? No, because we don't have the production budget yet, right? We are, for all intents and purposes, still in development. But as you can see, that green line is no pun intended on the green. Maybe that is why it's green. Probably not. But that green line is inching closer and closer and closer to being green lit, right? So when we reach our budget, then we can officially say we are green lit, and now we officially move into pre-production. So then things don't get easier. It's just a shift in focus in terms of the different levels of production. So now away goes the development side, where you're developing things and the script and hiring and funding and all that kind of stuff. Whew, okay, that's done. But now we move over to pre-production, and there's a whole other set, of stressors that come with that: paperwork, unions, contracts, props, location scouts, tech scouts, solidifying certain, all sorts of things, right? Now you're getting ready to actually go to camera. And then going to camera is a whole other thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of hard work. When you're making a professional movie, it's a lot of, and you're going through the state. The only thing that makes this a fan film, guys, is that we just don't own the intellectual property. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. It's no different. We would be going through all of this if this was an original film. And it is original, for all intents and purposes. I mean, it's ours. Because Black Christmas never spawned any sequels or a franchise, right? Everything you're seeing in It's Me, Billy, and It's Me is our own. We created it. It's based, there's only 2 characters that we didn't, or 3 now, well, right? Which is Jess, Billy, and Agnes. But even Lynn, who's reprising, or not reprising her, but who's come back, she's not. I mean, we created Nancy, right? We created Sam. We created Shelby and Emma and Malika. And the story that we're telling is ours. It's not like we're doing our own version of Black. No, it's our story. So it is original in that sense. It's just we don't own the intellectual property. So the IP is not ours, right? So we can't make money off of it. but we're going through everything we would go through. Of course, if this was a major film where we had a $5 million budget and a production company behind us, we wouldn't have to be stressing about all these different roles because we would have a team, right? And yes, before somebody asks, yes, we have thought about bringing other people on as well, but we got to be able to afford to do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's fun, it's tiring, it's stressful, it's scary, it's exhausting, it's rewarding. It's why you get into doing this, you know? So, but yeah, definitely raising the funds and moving into pre-production officially and being able to announce on social media that we are officially greenlit definitely takes a lot of the stress off. But it takes the stress off of this section and allocates it to the other section. Super chat comes in from Power Packers 90 cents and $5. Says, hey Dave, I just got hate mail from my old podcast last week. Was waiting for him to say martini without the woman to me. Laugh my fucking ass off. Hey, welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You just look at that and you just roll your eyes and go, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Welcome to the club, man, and thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. And Brandon Collins sends in $2, says, Zeffirelli, Wallace, Garris, McCrae. Badass. Yes! That's it. Hey, it's true. This year you got to throw Dale in there as well. Can't leave out Bruce. Got to throw Dale in there as well. McCrae/Dale. There you go. I know what you're saying. All right, listen. Let's see where we are here. We're still... 497. We've gone up a little bit. 58,690. Let's see who they were. We're so close. Let's see here. We've got Derek Boyer. Derek Boyer bought the double blue. Thank you, Derek. Really appreciate that. And Lee Bowers donated $100. Thank you, Lee. Really appreciate that. So thank you, Lee and Derek, for stepping up and doing that. Really appreciate that. Actually, oh, no, that's correct. I thought maybe it needed to go up by another little bit, but that is correct. Yeah, 58,690. Wow, just basically $120 away from 49% and 3 backers away from 500. Incredible stuff, folks. Incredible stuff. You've been amazing today. And it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Incredible. So I do have all the super chats. Go back over here. I think I do. I don't think I've missed out on anything. Incredible stuff. Where are we with the time here? 2:46. Yeah, that's a good spot. Almost 3 hours. I think that's a good spot. Evil Monsterism says, Dave, why do you think Black Christmas never got any sequels? Tell it to me, Billy. I just don't think it embedded. Well, first of all, it wasn't successful when it needed to be successful. So it was very successful here in Canada, but its release in the States was very problematic, right? It's called Black Christmas, but Warner Brothers didn't want to release it as that because they feared that people would think it was a blaxploitation movie. So they changed the name from Black Christmas to Evil Night, Deadly Night. Evil Night, Silent Night? Evil Night, Deadly Night. I think Evil Night, Deadly. Evil Night, Silent Night's the other one. Evil Night, Deadly Night, I think. And it just didn't, they just didn't know how to market it. Then in the late 70s, it was going to air on television for the first time, but they changed the name again. They changed it to Stranger in the House. But then it ran into issues because Ted Bundy was caught at he was caught in and around the same time that they were going to air this on NBC, I believe. And Ted Bundy, of course, was charged for murdering and raping sorority girls. So it never embedded itself into the pop culture zeitgeist like Halloween or Freddy or, Jason. It just didn't do it. Or like Texas, right? I mean, Texas Chainsaw was released the same year, the same week. And Texas Chainsaw had a better time because it was more successful. Black Christmas it was problematic. I think it's a great film. I think it's certainly, again, it's one of the pioneers, obviously. But yeah, that's why ultimately. And because it never spawned any sequels, it never gained a following. Because it never kept itself, you're out of sight, you're out of mind, right? It never kept itself out there. It was just that movie from the 70s that was really important, really influential, 4 years before Halloween. But that's all it was. And then, of course, there was the 2006 remake, which turned a lot of people onto the original, and the 2019 one. And then, of course, our two films, or our one film at the moment. So that's it. And we're the only sequel, because 2006 and 2019 were remakes. Well, 2019 was like wasn't even a remake. It was a reimagining. It was completely different. So we're the only ones that have done it. And I can say that, again, even though we're fan tribute, not for profit, because we've delivered a professional product, I can say that. I can say we're the only ones that have done a sequel. I feel confident in saying that. I know it's not officially canon, but, we treated it as such. And so, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have that kind of effect. It's pretty cool. So yeah, okay. So listen, that's going to do it for me here on this stream. Incredible stuff. Oh, Joshua Lott, one of my incredible. He sent in super chats. Thank you very much. Says originally Halloween was supposed to be a sequel to Black Christmas, if my sources are correct. No. So, no. So what happened is that Bob Clark in the mid 70s had a conversation with John Carpenter, and John Carpenter had asked Bob Clark, are you going to do a sequel to Black Christmas? And Clark said, no, I don't think so, because I've done a lot of horror movies and I didn't get into this business to just do horror movies. And Carpenter, according to Clark, said, gotcha. Yep. Makes sense. If you did one though, what would you do? Just, they're just shooting the shit. Right. And Bob Clark said that, I don't know. He said, I off the top of my head, I would probably set it a year later. Billy is institutionalized. He escapes on Halloween. He goes back to the old sorority house, and I would call the movie Halloween. And I think a lot of people have thought that, oh, John Carpenter ripped Bob Clark off. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. No, because John Carpenter didn't come up with the name Halloween. It wasn't John Carpenter's idea to do a movie called Halloween. It wasn't his idea to do a horror movie. Irwin Yablans was the one who wanted to do a low-budget, old-school horror movie. Yeah, even old school then, because horror was changing at that time. And he wanted to do more of a Hitchcock kind of movie. And so he approached John Carpenter. John Carpenter agreed. Irwin Yablans wanted it to be about babysitters. John Carpenter said, okay. So they wrote a horror movie about a murderer who escapes and goes back and whatever. And Irwin Yablans was the one that said, hey, why don't we make it Halloween? And you know what? Why don't we call it Halloween? And as far as I know, Irwin Yablans didn't know Bob Clark. They never had a conversation. I think it is actually just purely coincidence, because there was no movie called Halloween at that time. Nobody had even used the title. So it was like, oh, let's just do it. You know what I mean? So I think that's where it comes from, as far as I know. And people draw their own parallels, and you can fit it. You can try. Oh, maybe Michael's really Billy, and in 1963 he was, but in 74 it doesn't really fit at all, to be honest with you. But I know people have tried. But that's where it comes from. It comes from that kind of thing. But Bob Clark has even said, listen, I'm not saying that John ripped off my idea. No, the music, Michael Myers, the story, it's all John Carpenter. It's all John Carpenter. But yeah, we did have that conversation, and maybe it was in his subconscious, but it wouldn't have been in John Carpenter's subconscious, because Carpenter didn't come up with the idea to do it, to call it Halloween, or to set it on Halloween. That was Irwin Yablans. So, it's just a coincidence as far as I know. Just a coincidence. All right, folks. Listen, thank you again to everybody that stepped up today and donated to the campaign. You are amazing. This has been the best day we've had since the first day. This has been incredible. We are exactly and even beyond what I want it to be. We are now knocking on 60,000 on 50% of our budget in just 3 weeks, which is insane. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. We'll see. Maybe now it looks like we might be able to get to 70,000 by week 4, by the end of the month. It's entirely possible. So thank you so much to everybody. And thank you to all the super chats that came in today and supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you to, of course, to my amazing moderators, Frank Riker, Tabitha Short, Darren Sands, Chris Baber, for doing what you guys do. Andrew Stevens and Cody Snyder, of course, as well. Sorry, my brain's out to lunch. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And there is no Two Dudes and Some Bullshit tomorrow night because Tony, as we said last week, Tony's on a bit of a hiatus because over the next 3 weeks or so, he's got these really important real estate jobs, which I totally understand. So shout out to Tony, my Atlanta brother from another mother. Totally get it. I may or may not go live tomorrow. We'll see how exhausted I am or not from this stream. But you never know. I might. We'll see. But I am sort of hoping maybe to jump on my birthday. Can't guarantee it yet. Not really sure. Maybe Bruce will come on as well. That's sort of the plan. We'll see how that sort of works out. But thank you to everybody who tuned in today, supported the campaign. Love you guys. Really appreciate it. Sincerely, you're making this happen. Just like you did with chapter 1, you're doing it again with chapter 2. And it's unreal. It means a lot. It really means a lot. So have a great rest of your, I was going to say Wednesday. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all my American brothers and sisters, and Victoria Day weekend to my Canadian brothers and sisters. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will talk to you all soon. Amazing. I mean, it truly is unreal. All right, folks. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.